babalik
Yan,
ako.
maganda yan. Gusto ko yan.
Pagdating ng mga 67 years old.
67 years old kasi retirement 67.
Oo. Ay, ganito na ba ako?
Okay.
Go na pala to.
Go na yan.
Oo.
Rolling na, Jamie, no?
Sige. Ay, bro, iano mo nga yung ano ko, yung PA ko kung nanonood.
Yan. Pag nag-retire ka, what? Babalik ka sa showbiz.
Di ba nag-uusap tayo kanina sa sa interview sa Airlines, mga ganun. So, nabanggit ko kasi kay Dre na I used to work as an extra sa film. Yun yung story na nagamit ko sa mga hiring interviews ko na nakatulong sa akin to get into the airlines kasi it's all about personalities. It's not really all about aviation and whatnot. So anyway, pag nag-retire ako, iniisip ko, babalik ako sa film. Kasi yun yung parang passion of filmmaking, passion of being around moving parts.
Ano ka, behind the camera or...
Kahit basta walang speaking kasi nauutal tayo sa English Basta nakaganon lang. Meron ako mga Superman, let's go. May mga ganon akong
parang sidekick ka ni Boy Pickup.
Parang gano'n, nandun lang sa gilid.
Ayos. Yung instructor ko nung multi-IFR, si Chan, ang retirement plan niya, kaya niya pinush class 1 instructor, yun yung retirement plan niya. Para sa kanya.
Na
Mag-instructor, balik siya instructor.
Talaga?
Or retirement plan ba sabi niya doon? O parang fallback, parang ganun. Plan B, parang ganun.
Actually, naisip ko rin yun Ewan ko kung itutuloy ko. Kasi di ba, may anak ako.
Ilang taon yung anak mo? Pag nag-retire ka, ilang taon na siya
Two and a half siya. So,
pag nag-retire ka, ilang taon na siya noon?
Ewan ko, di ko pa nagagawa yung math. Pero ang iniisip ko lang kasi, as an instructor, kasi may instructor license pa rin ako Hindi na siya valid, pero madali lang siya i-renew. Iniisip ko baka bumalik ako sa instructor.
Kasi ikaw magtuturo sa kanya?
Oo, initially. Pero nag-usap na kami ng wife ko pala. Shoutout nga pala sa asawa ko, si Janica. Nono dyan sa Vancouver. Malamig, may sakit. Iniisip ko lang na baka kaya ko siyang maturuan ng mga konting styles or techniques.
Parang advanced reading, parang gano'n di ba?
Oo, kasi bilang 2.5 years old, alam na niya kung anong trabaho ko Doon ako na-amaze So, parang na-inspire lang ako na, baka eventually pag 14 years old siya, which is not far away, mga 12 years from now.
Kung kailangan pa ng piloto ng mga panahon na yun, baka...
Oo nga, baka mamaya machines
automated na lahat no?
Tsaka di ba nga yung Airbus na nasabi?
Single pilot?
Oo, di ba? Single pilot na daw. So, doon nag-worry. Pero sa mga nanonood dyan, meron tayong mga union sa airlines na
hindi sila papayag
against to. Kailangan
kukulang ko kapos ang contribution ng pag konti ang piloto,
or
konti ang contribution.
Pwede mangyari sa'yo, di ba? 172 nililipad mo. Baka in 5 years from now, kung mangyari, diretso ka Airbus. Di ba?
Kasi sa Pilipinos, 250, 200, diretso Airbus.
Yes, yun na totoo. Ako personally, wala akong masyadong experience sa Philippines kasi pinag-usapan nga natin yung culture, di ba? Yung mga culture dito, culture sa ibang bansa, culture especially sa Pilipinas. Wala ako personally first-hand experience of paano doon. Pero yun nga, from an outside perspective, di ba? Nakikita natin 250, papasok na sa
200, 250.
SIM, ganun. Nang walang masyadong, kumbaga hindi ba na-hone yung...
Ito controversial take.
Sige.
Yung 1,500,
do
you think it's really necessary?
Sa airlines?
It's a matter of, hindi naman life and death, pero do you think it's really necessary? Kasi ako kung tatanungin mo, I think it's overkill
Sabi mo walang controversy itong interview.
Hindi, pero kasi yung sa Pilot to Pilot podcast, Justin Sims, ang sabi naman, it makes sense pero hindi pa rin. Sabi niya kasi, sabi nung source niya sa North Dakota is that, pag binaba natin yan sa 750, ang magkakaroon ka ng problema, instructor shortage naman. Kasi mabilis nilang makukuha 750, apply na silang airline.
I can see that. Tama. Pero,
in terms of safety and competence.
Sige. Try natin i-breakdown yan. Naalala ko lang kasi nung, nag-start ako ground school sa airline ko ngayon. Ako pwede.
Hindi pwede.
Hindi ko alam. Basta, yun na lang.
Itago na lang natin siya.
Basta anyway, nag-start ako. May CRM course kami. So, doon in-explain nila bakit, I think casual lang to na bring up kung bakit, or parang part yata ng accident, may mga accident investigation kami doon sa ground school. Parang ina-identify namin anong naging root cause ng accidents na yun. So anyway, parang may pinalabas yata doon na nag-crash sa somewhere sa East Coast sa New York yata or sa Philadelphia, somewhere there. Dash 8 Q400.
Okay.
Ang parang root cause fatigue anyways, parang ganun. Pero yun yung nag-start yung accident na yun kasi na-found out nila yung FO, parang less than 1,000 hours, something like that. Yun yung naging cause ng regulation ngayon na in order for you to get to the airlines, kailangan may 1,500. At least sa states. Canada hindi pa nagpa-follow. So,
I don't think they should. Kasi at the end of the day, kasi kung ako tatanungin mo, ang point ko is, may kapitan eh.
That's true. Yeah. Hindi siya, like for me, myself.
Like let's say, ano bang SOP pag when you find you guys flying, you find yourself in an emergency?
Yeah.
Who's gonna take over? Depende sa emergency.
Depende, pero for the most part, I can say
Kapitan.
may mas malaking influence ng kapitan.
Ang kapitan, di ba?
Yung, kumbaga, magtatapos yung checklist sa kapitan. Almost like sa decision niya, kung anong gagawin niya. It's almost like dinidirect niya kami kung anong kailangan niyang gawin as per the company policy. Anyway, to go back sa may mga friends kasi ako na hire at the time dito sa airline ko na less than 1,500. Even myself, actually, less than 1,500 nung na-hire ako. And it's not that I don't think
you're less competent just because you have lesser hours. Kasi kung 172, galing lang sa 172 yung 1,500 hours, it doesn't make any difference eh.
I guess what I'm trying to point out lang is may konting edge ka if you have more hours. Yeah. And depende rin sa hours kasi it's not
the
just
quality
about
of the
quality there.
Hours,
that's what I was trying to say. Yung quality, we were just talking about earlier. Nag-work ako sa perimeter. I guess a previous job ko na yun, so I can say the name. Whatever. I work for or pwede mo rin ikat. I don't know. I work for a medevac company sa Winnipeg for a short period of time, flying the metro. Which is a multi-engine aircraft. So, medyo more complex siya, mas mabilis. That's where I got most of my experience flying a more complex aircraft. Which helped me transition sa airlines. Yung initial training wasn't as difficult as I anticipated kasi nagkaroon na ng foundation. So, I guess yun lang yung parang nakikita kong advantage. At the end of the day, we're still trained the same SOP, the same standards, the same methods, same airplane. Na I don't think there is much of an issue. Yung pinag-usapan natin 1,500. So I guess personally, I think I don't see anything wrong.
Kasi I would rather hire, kung akong isang kumpanya, I would rather hire someone may 1,000 at 500 dun multi-engine.
Yeah, yung quality of hours, di ba?
Di ba? O kaya 750 pero 500 dun. After nakuha mo yung lahat ng rating mo, 200, 250 hours, may may commercial, multi-IFR ka na. Tapos 750, nung nag-750 ka, pagkatapos mo makuha yung mga rating mo, naka-sinwerte ka for some reason, hiner ka sa turbine, twin, na, I don't know, medevac.
Yeah, exactly. Mga King Air, no?
Diba?
Yeah.
Versus someone na, gaya ko, mag-aerial patrol ka, 172.
Kaya di ba yun yung sinasabi mo, naghahanap ka ng ways to, I guess, improve your resume, di ba? Get more experience para to prepare yourself. Kasi ang end goal is obviously mainline airlines, di ba?
Yeah.
Kasi for job stability, I guess yung career mo mas magiging progressive.
Para mas marami kang budget.
Yun na rin. Tsaka pinag-usapan natin kanina, makakauwi ka ng Pilipinas.
Makakauwi ka ng Pilipinas, di ba? Hindi yung tipong nagtitipid ka.
Totoo.
Di ba?
So anyway, yun. I think yun lang yung thoughts ko about that. Kasi alam mo, last point pala about that. Sa company policy namin, if you have, I think, less than 500 hours sa type ng aircraft, so in my case, yung aeroplano ko, may limited ka lang in terms of crosswind limits, ganon.
You have a higher limit.
Yeah. So parang sa flight school lang, di ba? The more hours you get, the more experience, you can increase your limit. So yeah, it's the same principle. So I don't see anything wrong. Yeah.
Kaya nga, yun yung argument ko. I think it's, I don't know, it's an insurance thing. Kasi pag pinasukan, it's inevitable na sobrang laki ng industry, sobrang laki ng perang pinag-uusapan. Hindi pwedeng hindi ma-involve ang politika eh.
That's true. That's true. Don't get me started.
Di ba? Hindi pwedeng
Don't get me
ma-involve ang
started.
politika eh. Kaya siguro it's gonna boil down to that. Kaya kung that's the same reason kung bakit. I mean, it's not just because 1,500 hours sa US versus in fairness sa mga nasa Pilipinas na after flight school, pwede.
Yeah.
Diba? That doesn't mean it's causation and correlation eh. Hindi ibig sabihin mas magagaling na yung piloto ng Amerika. Well, dito we do spin. Sila hindi sila nag-spin.
Yeah, yun pa. Yeah. Yeah, it's all about perspective kung paano mo i-approach yung isang task. Kasi like you said, iba nga yung methods eh, 'di ba? So you really need to appreciate the good things out of the two ways. For example, Philippines versus Canada, kung paano yung training. And you also have to acknowledge kung ano yung differences, 'di ba? So kasi in aviation naman you're always learning eh. Even yung mga captains ko na nakakalipad ko, like sometimes they'll forget some things, they'll miss stuff. And that's why as a first officer, you're there to catch the mistakes. Naalala mo yung Swiss cheese model?
Oh, yeah. Maraming butas-butas, mga ganun.
Yeah, so actually we had an example sa Seattle. Ito, kwento ko lang very quickly. Lumipad kami Vancouver to Seattle. Mabilis yung flight. So as soon as we, I think we only leveled off 15,000 feet. As soon as we leveled off, wala pang 30 seconds.
Parang circuit lang yung nilipad.
Parang circuit, sa jet. Sobrang bilis. Anyway, wala nagsabi sa amin nagbago yung gate. Pagdating doon, minarshal in kami. Apparently, may aircraft sa likod na para sa kanya yung gate. So, maraming confusion.
Ano kayo, masyado kayo maaga, ganon?
Hindi naman doon. Like, nagkaroon lang ng change of gate, pero walang communication. So, yun yung sinasabi ko sa barrier ng Swiss cheese. Ito na yung isang mistake. Pangalawang mistake, bakit kami minarshal in? Pangatlong mistake, nasan yung gate namin, ba't di namin alam? Pangapat na mistake, or pangapat na instance is, apparently, kailangan na kami i-push back uli from then kasi nag-taxi in kami. May aeroplano sa likod. So, lahat yun kailangan i-coordinate. So, lahat ng mistakes nag-fall through dun sa Swiss cheese and nagkaroon ng problem.
Pero sino nagsimula? Saan nagsimula yung problema?
Sa Seattle operations. So, nakalimutan nilang
i-inform kayo.
I-inform yung dispatch. Yung dispatch, di kami na-inform. Hindi nakarating sa amin information. Yun, doon nag-start. So, nagkagawa. Kasi maraming moving parts eh.
Ang tawag sa call center, hindi Swiss cheese, Six Sigma, parang ganun. Narinig mo na ba yun? Sigma.
Parang sisig yung naririnig ko.
Sisig ba? Sisig. Parang one error for every million something. Parang ganun. Minimizing error yun eh.
Yeah.
Yun
same idea siguro, no?
Sa Swiss cheese na parang ka nag-p-filter.
Yeah, so yun yung example. So nire-relate ko lang na kung ano yung nangyayari sa initial basic flight training. Ganun pa rin nangyayari sa airlines in a much bigger scope lang with more moving parts.
How different is your reality now sa airline versus nung nag-medevac ka?
What do you mean by that? Like yung expectations ko? Or?
What are the expectations that was met and wasn't met? And what are the things na parang, hindi ka naman blindsided, pero you did not expect?
Oh, good question. We haven't talked about this. Pero
sinisave ko kasi yun para
para di maubos lahat.
Di maubos ang haba ng drive natin kanina eh.
Sa mga viewers yan, kanina pa kami magkasama ni Dre.
Dinrive ko, nilibot ko ng Edmonton.
Tour guide pala, kontakin nyo. Ito tour guide dito. Hindi. So, reality-wise, una, expectation ko is obviously, kasi, as a young kid, ikaw ba yung may hindi dream yung pilot?
Oo, ako yun.
Yeah, so anyways, yung akin kasi.
Wala akong dream eh.
Ang dream mo matulog eh, no? Hindi, ang sa akin kasi, siguro as soon as I can remember, nung bata pa talaga ako gusto ko na mag-pilot. So, meron na ako agad like image in my head, anong itsura ko sa airlines, ganun. So I guess that part of it, yung wearing the uniform, walking sa airport, sa gate, those were met. Like talagang, even up to this day, if you're walking, you feel a little bit of the, hindi naman pride and ego, but you feel proud of your accomplishments, diba? You need to have that in your life, diba? You need to acknowledge na, narating ko to because, I worked hard because of the man above.
Given, mga ganun. Earn not given.
Parang gano'n, si Lebron yun eh. Mga Nike slogan eh. So anyways, siguro that part of the aspect, the flying itself, it still gets me, bro. Like minsan pag nagpa-pop up kami sa clouds, yung pag nalagpasan na namin yung weather, makikita mo, shoot, parang you need to pinch yourself. Oh man, I'm like, my 7-year-old kid would be, or my 7-year-old self would be happy. So that part, masarap. Like, even like the flying itself, very good. Like, ito, nasa layover ako, like, meeting friends, di ba, getting to connect to other people. Yun yung talagang, parang na-expect ko nun eh. On the other side, yung parang, oh shoot, na-blindsided ako dito, hindi ko alam. So first thing is yung schedule. Kasi I thought sa air...
Pero it's more like a first world problem yung schedule eh.
Totoo. Kasi ang in-expect ko kasi sa Philippines, kasi ewan ko kung napapansin mo sa Pilipinas, yung mga regional, like kunwari babiyahe sila Manila, Cebu, Manila, ganon. Ang bag lang nila yung maliit eh, flight bag eh.
Liit lang naman kasi ng Pilipinas eh.
Totoo. Magkaibang market, no? Pero ang minimin ko, akala ko parati ako nasa bahay. Like, aalis ako for a good day's work, 8 hours.
Uwi.
Hindi pala. In-expect ko ganun. Ngayon, I'm not really forced to stay here kasi there's certain ways around. Like, may nag-usapan natin kanina yung biddings and stuff. Pwede ako mag-bid if you're senior enough to have that kind of schedule. Pero because hindi pa tayo ganun ka-senior, may certain limitations. Kaya yun yung parang, oh shoot, I have to be away, I think, on average, about 9 overnights every month. So that's 9 times...
Pero not consecutive. How long is the longest consecutive nights that you're
4
away?
days. So 3 nights. 3 nights. Ito, what I'm doing right now is a 4 days, 3 nights trip.
Oh.
Yeah. So bukas, or mamayang gabi, nasa Yellowknife naman kami. And then tomorrow night, we fly back home.
Parang artista. Mamaya, nasa SM Yellowknife kami.
Kita tayo dyan. Papasalamat nga pala ako sa mga sponsors ko. Ganun. Pero yun, like, I think that's the biggest thing is yung schedule. I was just talking to a captain last week, sabi niya, tinanong ko siya actually kung anong complaint niya or biggest complaint niya or parang comment, I guess I would say, sa career niya. Sabi niya, oh, I complain about my schedule, but also schedule is the best part of the job.
Yeah.
So it's all about perspective.
It's all about perspective.
Yeah, kung paano mo titignan yung isang bagay. And that's what I'm trying to learn as, having a young family, paano mo siya i-maintain, i-organize yung schedule mo around it. But yeah, yun. And yeah.
I think to look at it, I mean, how I will look at it is it's a better problem to have kung schedule lang ang problema mo versus mababayaran ko ba yung bills ko?
That's true, yeah.
End of the month.
It's a good problem to have. Parati ko naririnig to sa basketball players sa basketball. Pag, ako ko, naalala ko yung Warriors Dynasty na yung si Kevin Durant na sa sinasabi nila, oh, there's only one ball. Paano nyo paghahatian yung points? Tapos parang sinasabi nung head coach Steve Kerr, it's a good problem to have, diba? You'd rather have that as opposed to be poor. Ganun.
Kasi yung iba, putya, kaya nilang because of the difficulty of life, lalo na sa atin, galing Pilipinas, you're aware, you witness hardship, poverty, di ba? Papayag yun ng 30 days kahit walang uwi yan. Basta just not to have that kind of problem eh.
Totoo. Alam mo ba, nung umuwi ako ng Pilipinas recently, yung buhay ko kasi doon medyo different compared dito sa Canada. Because I grew up there with yung family ko having I think still owns a business sa Philippines. So,
anong industry?
Sa security. So meron sila mga tao, not personally under me, kasi hindi ko naman sila like employees and whatnot. So pero tinutulungan nila kami parang mga sa buhay namin. Ever since bata ako nandun na sila. So anyway, yun yung sinasabi ko. Na-realize ko, shoot, yung iba sa kanila dito, nag-uwian from province. 5 days of every week, nandito sila sa amin, sa office ng mom ko, ng dad ko. Nagtatrabaho. Uwi sila ng Pampanga, kunwari. 2 days. Tapos, alis ulit sila 5 days.
Yeah.
Tapos 2 days.
Parang piloto. Diba? Pero not the salary.
Oh, pero like, that's true. Like what I was trying to say, di ba? Parang perspective lang.
Yeah.
Yung problema kong sabi ko, schedule, 9 days ako nawawala. Ano ba naman yung 9 days compared sa mga ibang sakripisyo ng mga tao,
Yeah.
di ba? And dito, spoiled ako, di ba?
Naka-hotel ka.
Di ba? May air.
Dalawa pa yung kama mo, isa ka lang.
Oo nga eh. Yung isa daw kasi para sa nagpa-podcast.
Yan. Sinadya yan para sa akin talaga yan. Niready talaga sa akin yan.
Nirequest ko ito kagabi.
Binanggit mo kanina na yung buhay mo sa Pilipinas iba. Alam mo ba, lately ko lang na-realize na kasi minsan, nawiwirdoan ako sa reality ko. It's so different eh.
Bakit?
Kasi nga, hindi mo naman pinorsi eh. It's not something that I foresee when I was kahit nung pagpunta ko dito eh. Di ba? Since 2015 and beyond, wala namang idea of magiging piloto ka, mga ganun-ganun. Tapos ngayon, di ba, ang sabi ko lang nun dati, pagdating ko, alam mo, sabi ko lang, gusto ko lang ng trabaho na hindi ko na kailangan mag-aral. Kung ano yung pinakamalaking sahod na makukuha ko na hindi ko na kailangan mag-aral, yun ang gagawin ko kahit ano pa yan. Yun ang gagawin ko. Yung bus driver, nag-bus driver ako. Tapos, 2017, ayun na, nag-aviation naman ako.
Doon ka lang ba na hit ng aviation bug?
Aviation bug? Ang totoo niyan, ang nag-trigger nun, naghiwalay kami ng jowa ko.
Kailangan nun.
You have all your resources, you have all your time to yourself. Okay. Tas you have this overflowing negative energy, and it's your job to divert it to something productive.
Okay.
Alam mo yun?
Pero you've thought about
gusto ko kasing umuwi. Gusto ko umuwi ng Pilipinas. Sabi ko, pero syempre, yung personality ko kasi, hindi naman ako pwedeng umuwi na, pumunta ka pa ng Canada.
Totoo. Yeah.
Wala rin nangyari. Kung sino ka umalis, ganun ka rin bumalik. Parang you wasted an opportunity to change yourself, to improve yourself. Ang pinagpilian ko nun, ano ba trabaho ang malaking sahod na transferable?
Okay.
Ang inisip ko, ano malaking sahod? Nurse? Kaso, pag umuwi akong Pilipinas, hindi mo malaki sahod. Malaki pa sahod ng call center sa nurse.
Yeah.
Diba? Piloto na lang. Okay. Tapos, syempre nakikinig na ako ng mga podcast noon, motivational speaker. Sabi ni Eminem, you can do whatever you put your mind into. Sabi niya ganun. Testingin nga natin.
Baka nakatagpa si Eminem dyan.
Testingin nga natin. Tapos sabi ganun, whatever it takes ako nun. Kung kahit gaano pa katagal abutin na itong aviation na to. Kasi nga mahal eh. Di ba?
May mga loans and ano pa tayo, di ba? Mga grants, mga ganun.
So, ibang-iba siya sa reality. Kasi nasa Pilipinas ako, majority call center ang ginagawa ko. Tapos ngayon, eto na, pag nagtatrabaho ko, lalo na pag nagpapalipat ka, tapos cruise ka na ngayon, makapang cruise, nakatulala ka lang sa labas. Hanggat hindi mo kailangan mag-call, nakatulala ka lang sa labas. So, parang it's almost as if you're cheating life. Kasi napaka-petics eh. However, nakakalimutan mo yung pinagdaanan mo. Nakakalimutan mo na, putya, yung social sacrifice na ginawa mo, social isolation kasi nag-aaral ka, lahat ng ginastos mo, lahat.
Yun, naintindihan ko yun. I think lahat pinagdadaanan yun eh, sa profession na to. Talaga may level of sacrifice kang kailangan pagdaanan. Parang,
social suicide ang tawag ko dun eh. Social suicide.
Nanonood ka ba ng Avengers? Panonood ba yung Endgame?
Yeah.
So, Endgame, di ba parang I think may scene dun si Thanos, kailangan niyang i-sacrifice yung anak niya si Gamora in order to get one of the stones.
Yeah.
Parang ganun yung nakikita ko, like you need to have a certain level of sacrifice in order to attain your dreams and goals sa aviation. Kasi hindi siya madali.
Yeah, and I think it's not limited to aviation. It's everything in life.
Totoo.
Tingin ko dun lang nagkakatalo yung mga tao. It's nung nakaraan, nung isang araw, meron nga akong post na nagda-drive kasi ako, nagmumuni-muni ko. Tapos pag may naiisip ako, magandang quote yun. Sige, post natin. Ganon yung thought process na for every decision you're gonna make in life, you always have two options. To be egotistic or to be strategic. Egotistic, siyempre, yung kung ano yung madali.
Okay.
So, egotistic always feels good, but most of the time, it's the wrong decision eh. Strategic,
that's true.
It's not always the easiest, but it promises something.
It's better. More for the long run, I think.
Long game eh.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Pag nag-aral ka sa Pilipinas, ganun din naman eh.
Yeah. No, bigla ako naisip tuloy yung mga pinagdaanan ko. No? Hindi kasi
napatroba ka ba?
Kasi nung 2014 na nag-move kami dito permanently, like pinasok ko rin yung mga pagmamakdo, gano'n, nagtrabaho akong
gano'n. Nag-skip the dishes ka pa, di ba?
Nag-Uber ako. Even when I was an instructor, nag-gano'n ako. Sabi ko, nag-extra rin ako. Just, hindi yun para sa akin.
Hindi ka nagbenta ng kidney, no?
Oo, malapit na nga eh. Gahanap ako ng white van eh, no? Hindi, pero like, yun lang, like, sabi mo kasi nung parang madali kalimutan yung pinagdaanan mo, no? Parang biglang mapapaisip mo bigla na, oh shoot, nandito ka na. You try to reminisce kung ano yung mga pinagdaanan mo sa past na
You're not
nangangarap ka
giving
lang.
yourself enough credit. Parang ganun.
Parang ganun, yes. Yeah, I think yun nakuha mo. Yeah.
You're not giving yourself
Kasi parang
enough
tingin mo, kasi sinasabi ko
Kasi naging natural na sa'yo eh.
Oo,
Yun na yung normal sa'yo
yun na yung normal eh. Habit mo na eh.
Familiarization eh, di ba?
Tapos sinasabi ko pa sa'yo, di ba, mas madali sa airlines lumipad. Upo ka lang, punta ka sa gate, walk around. Kung titingnan mo yung ginawang flight plan sa'yo, hindi ka na gumagawa ng flight plan, upo ka, pa-program mo, tayin mo yung pasahero, bagay, push back. Parang it becomes so much of a routine na you forget your journey. Paano ka nakarating dun? I think yun lang.
Parang nagkakaroon ka ng... It's called hedonic treadmill eh.
Dami ko namang natututungo ng terms sa'yo. May sisig
Hedonic treadmill eh. Kasi like, sabi nila, di ba, kunyari, like, tumama ka sa loto. Pag tumama ka sa loto, after some point, yun na yung magiging normal sa'yo eh.
Yeah.
Di ba? Tapos hindi mo ma-appreciate. Di mo ma-appreciate.
I can see that. Yeah.
Hedonic treadmill eh. Una, gusto mo lang lumipad. May PPL ka na. Now, gusto mo CPL ka naman.
Yeah.
Nung unang dating ko sa Canada, ang minimum sa Winnipeg noon $12. Apply ka. Siyempre, nag-apply ka ng hindi call center, ng trabaho.
Yeah.
It so happen na ang background ko kasi puro call center. May tumawag sa akin. Sabi niya, magkano ine-expect mong sahod?
Yeah.
Sabi ko, ano ba malaki sahod? 32,000?
Yeah.
32,000.
A year, no?
$16 an hour.
Oh, okay.
Malaki na sa akin yun.
Anong sabi?
Masyado malaki ang gusto mo.
Talaga?
Kasi nga call center, ang minimum 12, tapos gusto mo 16. So, anyway, the point is, ang gusto ko nun, 32,000, malaki na sa akin yun. Parang, I feel good about
myself. Yeah, that's true.
Ngayon, yung tinitignan ko yung contract ng Air Canada, magkano sila ngayon? 80?
Mga 84 yata a year.
At tawag ng mga piloto, basura yung...
Totoo. Yeah, perspective changes talaga, no? Parang, ewan ko ba?
Biglang, yun na yun? Samantalang masaya ka na ng 32,000 dati. Ngayon, 80,000, hindi ka pa rin masaya eh.
Kasi I think na vina-value mo na yung sarili mo in terms of... personally, ang nakikita ko against your peers.
Nag-iba yung peers mo eh. Nag-iba yung comparison mo eh.
Kasi ngayon, di ba, they're saying, sa States, ganito yung sahod and stuff like that. Which is totoo. We fly the same route, same people, same airplanes, same airspace. Di ba? But at the same time, ang sinasabi nila, magkaiba yung economy. Okay, I understood. Pero also at the same time, I think yung pinaglalaban lang ng mga pilots is to not have that much of a gap. Hindi naman yung it's not more so na we need that same sahod, same amount. No, hindi, ginagamit lang ng news yun to say clickbait essentially, di ba? Sabihin lang nila, these pilots are already getting paid 300,000 a year, whatever, tapos they still want more.
Yun na first officer ang problema natin.
First officer, they start at 55K a year and people say, no, it's okay, entry-level job naman yan. No, AC mainline is not an entry-level job. It's your career job. That's it. Yun yung final stop mo. And you're getting into that airline with 10 years of experience. Yeah. Not really with, I just finished flight school, now I'm gonna go to Air Canada. Hindi ganun eh. That's what people, I think, don't understand. They only see the percentage na, ganito, blah, blah, blah. So
that's the problem when you ask the opinion of people who are not involved in the industry.
That's true, yeah. You know, I get so butthurt, bro, sa comment section ng YouTube. Minsan may mga pinapatulan na ako.
Nagigising yung dugo ko.
Ako rin eh. Pero I think I've learned to manage it. Parang nagda-drive lang pag like may mga loko-lokong driver. Minsan mapapaano ako, bubusinahan ko talaga ng Ngayon, I'm trying to control myself kasi not only for myself and for my wife, but more for my kid. Kasi nakikita niya yung actions ko eh. Yeah. So I think that's what I'm trying to change. Pero still, going back to the point, nakikita ko ng contract negotiations nila, sinasabi nila, okay na yan, they're so greedy, 60K is okay. How is that okay? Like, di ba? You're in control of 300 lives.
Itong mga pilotong to, 40% ayaw nyo pang tanggapin.
Yeah.
40% ng 10 years, galing ng 10 years, walang increase.
And 40% ng 50,000. And like, what? Like,
yeah. Diba? Pero kasi nga, hindi naman nila...
Yeah,
that's the problem kasi lahat pwede na magsalita kahit wala namang involvement sa
Yeah. Tsaka
sa
yung...
industry.
Wala nang filter din yung sa media ngayon. They only say whatever they think will make a story. So, yeah. Yeah. Without getting political. Ganito na lang. Nasa Alberta tayo.
Alberta. Yeah. So, in terms of the operation naman dun sa trabaho mo ngayon, how hard is the training sa mga bagong papasok?
Oh, that's a good question.
I mean, nagtanong pala kung hiring daw kayo.
Ayaw nga pala. Pinakita mo sa akin. I think, yung airline na ko ata ngayon, or namin, I wanna say namin kasi marami tayong kaibigan na mga Pilipino. I think they stopped hiring
for the rest of the year.
Yeah. At tapos I think meron yata sa January. Kasi ang problem, titingin ako sa camera, ang problem kasi ngayon is we don't have enough captains.
Yep.
So,
and training captains din yata, di ba?
I think that has been addressed na-address na yun. That was the problem nung time ko nung pumasok ako almost 2 years ago. Talagang shortage of training captains. Ang problema na ngayon is actually line captains na kailangan lumipad. Kaya nagkaka-problem kami sa what we call bid pack. So essentially, makikita mo doon lahat ng mga pairings na pwede mong kunin, bid. Makikita mo doon na talagang mababa yung blocking average ng flight ng first officers kasi wala kaming kapitan to pair with. So ang nangyayari kasi ang medyo problem ngayon is people like me na naghahanap ng experience ng hours, papasok sa regional airline na to. And then once they get the hours, okay, yeah, maybe I'll get my ATPL, upgrade, I get a few hours, and then move on to the main line. So hindi nagtatagal yung captain dito kasi there's no, I think it's their words not mine. I think wala silang masyadong benefit to stay here. Or walang purpose to stay here, which is hurting this regional airline or any regional airline. I think yun yung ngayon yung
then
problem.
if that's the case, that's a business decision. Kailangan they make it more appealing for people to stay.
Yes, that's the word. So that's beyond my pay grade. Hindi ko alam kung anong solution doon. I just know that
hanggang may tumatanggap naman.
Yeah.
Yun ang mentality nila
Yeah. Ang problema rin kasi is, parang, we were talking about the training bond. Wala kaming something like that. It's not that I'm saying na yun yung solution. Pero, it's not helping the company na hindi nagtatagal talaga yung mga kapitan Tsaka ito pa, marami nagre-retire. Kasi I was telling you, di ba, yung maraming mga old-timers na captain sa amin. 30, 35 years ang nandito. So, they have to call it quits soon. And yun pa yung parang marami nang lumalabas. Okay, may mga nag-upgrade na konti. Pero lalabas din sila. So, wala. The problem is still there.
Plus the aging population Yun yung magandang mangyari na sa mainline na mag-retire na lahat ng matatanda.
Na ma-flash out
na magkaroon naman ng opening.
Pasok na tayo, no?
Opening, di ba?
Ano nga tayo? We're Gen Z ba? Hindi. No.
Ano tayo? Millennial tayo, Pops.
Yeah.
Millennial tayo. Mga batang 90s.
So, kailangan ma-flash out yung mga boomers.
Mayayari yata tayo yan.
Hindi, I mean, like, it's not really by choice Kasi talagang dadating sa panahon na they have to retire. Kasi we have a mandatory, retirement age.
Which is, 67?
Medyo controversial to. I think 65 talaga. Pero
Europe ba 67?
They extended it to 67 pero bawal ka pumunta ng States.
What? Hindi ka pwedeng lumipad ng
States? States, 65. So you're only restricted sa domestic.
Oh.
Yeah. So yun. Maraming nang dumadaan. Yun yung isa sa mga, I think, solution nila to keep staffing the captains sa airline. Kaya I believe they're doing something pero it's that nasa weird cycle lang yung industry ngayon. Ganun talaga, it comes and goes. May hiring wave, then magme-mellow down, and then it'll come again eventually. I don't know when though. That's the only thing. Yun.
Binanggit sa akin ni Clementon nakaraan Paydeck. You guys are using Paydeck, di ba?
Yeah, sa airplane namin, yeah.
How would you explain Paydeck?
Oh my gosh, ano ba? Ayatra ba to? Saron?
In layman's term,
Hindi, basically,
compare mo siya sa Cessna 172, parang ganun. I don't know. O sa G1000.
Ano nga ang tawag?
Ano ba siya?
Full Authority Digital something.
Nung ginugol ko siya, parang pag nag-fail yun, fail na lahat eh. Parang ganun.
Basically, parang kinocompute niya yung mga power settings for you. Like, talagang, it's para siyang autopilot na rin in a way, or connected sa kanya yung engines, yung systems ng eroplano. So siguro bigyan na lang ako example. Pag paano ko ba explain to in layman's term? Pag nag-advance ako ng power levers, di ba?
Okay.
Before, yung meron kaming type of airplane na nililipad ko na mas smaller. Wala siyang FADEC. Or parang hindi yata siya full FADEC. I can't remember actually. Don't quote me yung mga nandun sa lumilipad din ng aeroplano to. Pero anyway, nababalance out niya yung thrust nung
o para siyang auto-thrust ng Airbus.
Not quite auto-thrust kasi wala kaming auto-thrust or auto-throttle. Ang ginagawa niya, balance yung powers no matter. Pag nilagay mo siya sa toga, which is take off and go around power, kung ano yung nilagay mong, kung ano yung kailangan na N1 percentage
yung
doon, yun yung makikita mo.
Yung pa rin yun.
So parang nako-compute niya.
O parang constant speed propeller.
Almost, parang ganun. Parang ganun. Yeah.
Yung pa rin yung speed
basta ang
niya.
isipin mo na kino-compute na niya lahat para sa'yo. Parang meron na siyang full authority nga, parang automation in terms of ito yung fuel flow, ganun. Kaya niyang i-control yung engines.
How steep is the learning curve?
Malaki. Sa airlines? Malaki.
From medevac?
From medevac, it's still malaki. Kasi iba yung ways sa airlines eh. Kasi it's a 705 medevac. I think it's a 702 or 703. Basically, yung
703 ba sila? Like
I can't
air
remember
taxi, parang ganun.
Or parang 702 ata eh. Parang,
Aerial work kami, 702. Baka 704.
604 ba yun?
705 commuter.
Something like that. Basta ganun. Anyways, sa medevac kasi more on traditional method siya. Parang ginagawa natin sa flight school. You're gonna come in, gonna do a ground school. May parang konting type exam.
Yeah.
And then, okay, PPC mo na or flight test. You have to do a ground portion, parang explain my systems, lahat. Like, very methodical. And then, lilipad kayo sa aeroplano or pwedeng sim, pero in my case, actual aeroplano. So, reminiscent of the flight school days. Sa airlines, they trust you that you will do your studying, you will do your work, and you will show up 100% prepared. So, ang naging...
Hindi ata ako magkakaproblema.
Yeah, medyo mahirap yung motivation, lalo na kung may...
To show up prepared.
Yeah. Di, lalo na kung may hotel ka, di ba? Parang sinasabi mo nga kanina, pag nasa bahay ka, sopa, hatakin ka ng sopa, matutulog ka. Pero you need to find that next gear, find that motivation para maging productive yung araw mo in terms of studying and getting more information. May schedule naman in terms of, you need to finish 2 modules today. Okay, I'll finish that. I'll answer the quiz in the end. And then I'll show up sa we have an IPT session. Yung parang instrument procedures trainer ang ibig sabihin niya. Yung parang mock-up na cockpit.
Yung nagpiprint kayo ng di ba? Ganun.
Oo, yung ganun. So parang you're practicing your flows, ganun. So may mga session kami na ganun.
May session dun sa company mismo.
I think standard siya.
Bibigyan nila kayo ng...
May poster.
Na pwede mong ibigay sa kwarto mo.
Pwede mo i-practicein doon. And pwede kang pumunta doon sa training facility na para siyang screens and monitors. I think touchscreen din siya. Pwede mo siyang i-touch na parang nililipad mo yung aeroplano. Pero not quite the full sim yet.
I'm encouraging people to buy Microsoft Flight Simulator kasi ang argument ko, mas immersive siya
compared
saka
to
functional
Yeah.
Saka functional. Saka lumilipad din talaga yung aeroplano.
Actually, yung...
Ang lang, syempre, iba pa rin yung gumagalaw.
Meron kami dun sa CAE, yung training facility namin. Meron sila dun classroom na parang may simulator. Hindi siya Microsoft.
That you can go whenever you want?
You can go whenever you want. Obviously, you need to have access. Tapos, buksan mo yung flight simulator nung aeroplano mo. And then you can start it from cold and dark to actually taking off. So, maganda siyang tool. Maganda siyang tool.
That's nice.
Pero yun nga, like in terms of the the airline, steep talaga learning curve. Kasi as soon as you finish yung mga modules, may IPT kang kasabay, then you have to pass that in order to move on. And then after that, konting pahinga, sim na. And then you're expected to retain 100% nga of the knowledge. Pero realistically, yung passing, which is at 80 ata or 70%. So yun.
Yung kumpanya nyo, notorious sa mga GA pilots na thinking ng mag-airline.
Yeah.
Sabi nila lagi, sinasabi sa akin lagi ng mga ibang lahi, sabi niya, ang mahirap yung sim eval nila eh.
Oh,
Mahirap yung sim eval.
Yeah.
Sim eval. Nagagawa nga nung iba, ba't di mo magagawa? Yun naman naka-argument ko sa kanila, di ko maintindihan. Anong gagawin natin?
Yeah.
Iwasan na natin forever.
Yeah. Yun yung, if you have that kind of mentality, kailangan mo nang baguhin. Kasi,
hindi ko maintindihan yun eh. It's supposed to be hard.
Yeah, it's supposed to be hard. Kasi you're supposed to earn it, di ba? Kwento ko na lang ulit. Yun yung isa
ayaw mo dun sa kumpanya nyo kasi may simibal.
Ayoko. Kasi sabi ko, it's too much. Bakit may ibang company wala? Ba't kami meron? And stuff like that. So, sabi ko, ayoko, iwas tayo dyan.
Para sa jet lang ba yun? O miski dun sa turboprop?
Pati sa turboprop. Yeah. Basically, basta gusto mo doon sa company na yun.
Basta yung company na yun, kahit anong aeroplano ba yun, may
kaya thinking ko, doon ako sa kabilang regional para mas
petics.
Oo, konting interview lang and then Pero it's not really about that kasi I can see the point why there's a semival so that they'll see how you can react sa training nila. Kasi the training is, sabi nga natin, is intense so they can see a snapshot of how good you are in terms of probing your PF.
I think it's a wrong mentality na iiwasan mo. Dahil it's hard.
Yeah, kasi sa training mo mismo, hindi ka man makakaiwas kung mahirap eh. Diba? You need to overcome that mountain.
It's better for you to know the things that you don't know. Habang nasa ground
No,
ka.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true.
Diba?
Yeah.
Pero how many chances will they give you?
Very sila forgiving. Maraming chances.
Maraming chances naman pala. Ako nga, nagtetest ako nang hindi nagre-review.
May mga stories
Take until you pass naman.
No, may mga stories na yung iba nga nagka-crash sa ILS, doon sa Simival mismo. Pero still, nakakapasa sa Simival because they have the positive attitude. They recognize their mistakes.
Yeah.
Yun yung gusto nila makita. It's not really, I know how to fly a Dash 8. I'm an aviator. No, it's not that. It's on the contrary, the
So
opposite.
tingin ko yun yung pinaka-the best na perspective in terms of seeing it. Like, ba't matatakot? Hindi ka naman pala mapafire. Kahit ibagsak mo, you can still try. Kasi how many pilots ang bumagsak ng written exam?
Madami.
Diba?
Oo.
O does it mean na hindi na sila pwedeng mag-pilot? Pero tapasan naman nila. Eventually, tapasan naman nila.
Tsaka pagdating mo sa airlines, hindi ka naman tatanungin, how many times did you fail your PPL written exam? Walang ganun. It's very confidential. They know na you...
May lisensya ka, tapos.
Exactly. Tapos, yeah. You have the hours, you have the license, you're here, you're being honored an interview because we think you fit the job description. Kaya yun
Kala ko dati na nasa Pilipinas ako. Kala ko, that's something I find weird. Kasi sa Pilipinas, kunyari, ibang industry, nursing, law, mga ganun. Alam mo yung may mga nakita ka na bumagsak na isang beses, ginibap na.
Yeah. Totoo. That's very Filipino, I think.
Pero yung mga kasama ko nga sa trabaho, hindi naman Pinoy. Ako lang Pinoy dun eh. Pero they have the same mentality.
Talaga?
Iniiwasan nga nila yung sim eval eh. Why would you? It's supposed to be hard. Plus,
yeah. Actually, pro tip, it's not that hard. Kasi parang may konting hawak ng kamay sa'yo eh. Kasi they know that you don't know how to fly the aircraft. Yeah, they just want to see
they don't
your
expect
attitude.
You to be very proficient naman na pucha ikaw ng savant ka na ng...
Yeah, they only give you like 30 minutes parang to study the SOP. Like very normal yung, okay, set power or set thrust, okay, power set or thrust set. And then 80 knots, very standard. Tapos V1, rotate, you start taking off. And then from then on, parang standard lang, IFR flight na you just follow the waypoints, being vectored, heading, ganun. It's really not all too difficult, to be honest. As long as you have a positive attitude.
Kasi hindi natuturo yata yun eh.
Kasi may yung same partner ko, mali yung hold niya. So,
Entry.
mali yung brief niya. Kinorek ko na siya sa brief. Sabi ko, I think that's wrong. I think we have to, parang nakalimutan, parallel entry dapat or something. And then, sabi niya, okay, check. We understand. Okay. Tapos pagpasok niya dun sa hold, mali pa rin. Sabi ko, tapos pinoprobe ko, hey, parang you're supposed to turn on the other side. Tapos, alam mo yun, you catch each other's mistakes. And the other one should
Minsan hindi madaling tanggapin yun kung di ka...
Oo, yeah, totoo.
Alam mo yun, kung...
Parang, no, I know my stuff. I believe.
Hindi, pwede magmura rito, okay lang.
Talaga ba? I know my shit. Hindi, basta, you need to acknowledge your mistakes and you need to catch mistakes.
Saka be open for correction.
Yeah. Even my captains ko ngayon, di ba? I think I told earlier, I'm still catching some of their mistakes. Oh, did you mean this? Pero you're not really, oh, mali ka. Or, oh, you said this, why is this wrong? You're probing them. Oh, did you mean this? Did you mean that? Or
positive scripting, kailangan ng positive scripting.
Yun yung turo sa company namin. We have an SOP about that sa CRM. Sabi, parang meron kami 5 steps yata of probing.
Parang it's almost like give the other person, kahit mali siya, give the other person the opportunity to save his face.
Yes. Give the other person a chance to correct himself.
Yeah.
Kaya yung ako
kaya patanong yung pag-correct mo sa kanya.
Totoo. Ako kailan ba? Galing kami in Denver. I think twice nangyari sa akin. Kasi I haven't flown.
Napaka-casual ng pagkakasabi mong galing akong Denver no? para sa ibang tao, syempre, pag kung hindi ka piloto, hindi ka naman mapupunta ng Denver.
Hindi kasi ang nangyari noon, I think from Denver to Vancouver, nasa IMC kami, which in layman's terms sa mga nanonood ng casual viewers, big sabihin nasa clouds ka. You don't have visual reference.
Poor weather.
Poor weather. So anyway, nasa loob kami on vectors now for runway 08 left sa Vancouver. Cleared for the approach na, and I forgot to click approach mode, which is
ano mangyayari pag di mo naklik yung approach?
I think it's still
liliparin niya lang yung waypoint.
Parang
pero hindi naka-activate yung localizer.
Hindi naka-activate localizer. So pag lumagpas ka, you still have a chance to capture it heading-wise. Pero at that point, marami nang nangyayari. Kasi very busy phase of flight. So nakalimutan ko. Pero yung captain ko showed extreme patience in terms of probing me.
Sige, pwede pa yan.
Parang inantay niya talaga. Parang iniisip ko tuloy na iniisip niya, I'm gonna give this guy 2 more seconds. Maybe 3 more seconds, 5 more seconds. Until finally, nag-localize our live na. Hindi pa ako naka-approach mode. So sabi niya, did you want the approach mode? Oh, I'm sorry, yes. And pangalawang beses na sa akin nangyari yun. Pero still, more like patient pa siya than anyone actually na I've flown with. So, yun yung example of that. Na it's non-punitive pag nagkamali ka. Kasi even them, they know, oh yeah, we make mistakes, di ba? That's why you're there to catch the mistakes. Kasi,
true, but also be prepared for some people na gusto lang talaga nila mag-power trip minsan.
Ay, oo. May mga ganon. We have ito medyo controversial. We have a unofficial, parang blacklisted na no-fly captain list sa company namin. In terms of maraming mga F1 na...
Paano kung alam mo, kunyari, may-schedule ka siya, may iwasan mo pa ba?
You can try to trade it or drop, ganon. Maraming ways. Talaga. Like, obviously, ewan ko... hindi ko na lang sasabihin kasi baka mamaya mapahamak ako.
Wag.
Bubulong ko na lang sa'yo mamaya. Basta anyways, may mga ways around it, pero sometimes di may iwasan. You really have to fly with the guy. Especially if you're on reserve. Tapos...
wala, kung reserve, ikaw na. Nag-call in sick yung...
Yun na nga. Ikaw ang papalit.
Ikaw na.
So, ganun yung nangyari sa akin. So, on reserve
kasi
ako.
Kasi nga, dinrap niya.
So, wala. Like, pilitan akong okay, ganito pala siyang kapitan. Okay. Pero tayo naman, like, bilang first officer, understood naman natin na talagang, sabi nga nila, chameleon ang first officer.
You cannot hurt someone who is really humble. Kung talagang like humble, bala ka dyan kahit gaano ka kupal pa yung kapitan na yan.
Totoo.
There's nothing he can do. Kunyari, wala ka talagang ego.
Kung wala kang ego, yeah. Ganun ko siya in-approach. Alam mo, ang unspoken thing sa aviation, lahat ng pilot may ego. Kung gaano lang kalaki or kung sino mas malaki.
And how will you manage it?
That's true. Lahat ng pilots na nakalipad ko.
Because I think that's a necessary thing in order for you to reach wherever you are or accomplish something.
Yeah.
Medyo, kasi ego is on the other side of confidence eh. Self-confidence
Oh, yes,
eh.
yes,
Diba, it's a
yes.
delicate balance
Yeah,
eh. Minsan, nandito ka sa egotistical, medyo dito, self-confidence. It's a matter of interpretation eh.
Yeah, that's true,
Diba?
that's true.
It's how you're using
That's
it.
where I struggle sometimes eh. Kasi sometimes, parang kakalipad ko lang dito sa airport na to, parang in your mind, alam ko na yung procedures dito, hindi ko nare-review. Kasi may mga times na, alam mo yun, parang kunwari, makita mo sa schedule mo, punta ka ng Regina, marami kami Regina. Punta kami Regina.
Hindi ko na kaya.
Da-download ko na lang yung OFP doon, pag upo ko na, ganun. Pero kapag kunwari, I haven't flown to Seattle, may bias akong ganun eh. Seattle in a while, alam kong busy kasi wala ngang time sa cruise, ganun. Pag descent agad, doon naman, sobrang aral ako, anong weather, ganun. Like, may pagka-bias na ganun. So, minsan doon lumalabas yung ego ko na, madali lang yan. Lumalagpas na sa self-confidence eh. Parang, Regina na naman. Or, punta na naman.
Well, in fairness naman, di naman busy sa Regina.
Yeah.
Lahat tao dun eh.
Pero,
like
bro,
200,000 lang ang tao dun eh.
Share ko lang, oh my gosh, nung nag-line check ako about 2 months ago, pumunta kami ng Regina from Vancouver. Pakapangit ng weather sa Regina. 90-degree crosswind, ILS 31 yata yung shoot namin. Tapos gusting 35. Inaantay ko na lang yung wind shear warning ng aeroplano. Kasi pag nag-wind shear warning sa amin, I think it's an automatic go-around. So, parang andun na ako sa point na, shoot, sobrang unstable. Parang gumaganon talaga kami. First time ko na experience yun na ganun. Tapos line check ko pa. So, ibig sabihin may...
For those people who don't know what's line check.
So, basically, every year, we need to get tested on the line. So, meron kaming upuan sa likod ng cockpit.
Sa jump seat.
Yeah, check pilot. So basically, he's watching us if we're performing under our SOPs, rules and regulations, making sure we're safe, di ba? We're making the correct decisions. So yun, we need to get checked one leg as a pilot flying and then the other leg as pilot monitoring. So magpapalit lang kami ng kapitan ng roles, not ng upuan ng roles. Tapos anyway, nung araw na yun, wala pa kaming autopilot for the first time in my career sa airline. Sira. But still able to be dispatched because we have
deferrable snag.
May MEL eh. So, yung kapitan ko parang 35 years na dun sa company namin. Sabi niya, this has never happened to me before. So, I guess yun nga, may mga times na talagang things will happen.
It's not going in your way.
Yeah. But the way I looked at it was, okay, sige, hingi muna ako divine intervention. Okay, Lord, kayo na bahala. Alam kong kaya ko to. Bahala na kayo. And then I just parang worry-free. Okay, an airplane is an airplane is an airplane. Parang Cessna days lang. We'll fly it. No problem. So ganun. Yun lang approach. Kasi pwede kang shit, wala akong safety net ng autopilot. But dude, you're a pilot. Kaya mo naman yan eh. Doon pumapasok yung konting self-confidence sa'yo.
It's necessary.
Yeah.
Doon pa kung kailan siya necessary.
Yeah, exactly.
Kasi otherwise, kung wala kang self-confidence, patay tayo dyan.
Kung di ka believe sa sarili mo doon. Yeah, yun yung delikado.
Diba?
Yun yung point ko. Man, nung leg ko pabalik sa Vancouver from top of descent. Top of descent is when you start your descent from cruise. So walang autopilot, lahat. Parang alam mo yung power, attitude, trim. Yung mga ganun. So, ganun pa rin. Apply, power, attitude. Ngayon, attitude, VS mo naman i-control. Sobrang bumpy nung descent. Oh my gosh. From, I think wala kaming RVS.
Kahit wala kayong autopilot, gagana ang vertical speed?
Gagana, May flight director kami. So, dun siya, susundan mo yun.
Susundan mo pa rin. Pero hindi siya magdi-descend.
Yeah.
Lalagay mo lang yung VS so that you can see kung nasan yung, I don't know, 500 feet per minute.
Yeah,
ganun.
yung flight director mo. Yeah. So, anyway, start kami descend. Tapos, pagdating dun sa Vancouver, sabi parang ang weather was supposed to be 10 miles, ganun. Pero yung visibility nung sa approach namin, not until 3 miles, dun ko lang nakita yung runway.
Oo, talaga.
Full on IMC.
O din saya.
Down to minimum. Yeah. Yung adrenaline. Alam mo ba, saglit lang yung flight
doon yung
na yan.
papawisan ka kahit malamig no?
Just kapag landing namin, parang alam mo, tapos parang gutom na ako, pagod na ako at the same time. Kasi nawala yung adrenaline eh. So, yun. Anyway, that was fun. Parang good challenge. Yun yung mga examples na. Kaya ako na bring up is fine balance of ego and self-confidence.
Yeah, self-confidence. Self-confidence becomes egotistic lang naman when you're doing it the negative way and you're causing harm to other people.
That's true.
Otherwise, kailangan mo yun.
Yeah. Very much needed.
Kailangan mo yun. Kanina, maganda to. Kanina, bago tayo dun sa crossing, we're talking about, sabi ko sa'yo, I was delaying studying. Kasi part siya ng routine ko di ba? Hindi ko pa tinitake yung exam ko.
Yeah.
Kasi alam mo mapapasa mo siya.
Yeah.
Pero pag napasa mo siya,
ano nang gagawin mo?
January pa kayo mag-hire, di ba?
Yeah.
Wala akong gagawin ng December. Anong gagawin ko ng December?
Yeah. Yung routine no?
Mawawala yung routine mo Because it's a form of parang sa'yo. Kape, di ba? Pag wala kang kape, sabi mo kanina, di ba, parang nagwi-withdrawal. Ganun din, pag nag-aaral ka, sanay ka na mag-aaral ka ng ganitong oras, araw-araw. Tapos wala na, magwi-withdrawal ka
Kaya yun yung pinag-usapan natin kanina pag may mga pairings ako, lilipat na different time zone, nagbabago. Kaya sabi ko, hindi ako nagbibid ng umagang start. Kasi ang hirap para sa baguhin yung cycle mo Diba, yung circadian rhythm. So, mas gusto ko na lang, okay, sige, late night na lang dadating sa hotel. Para at least, I can sleep in a little bit sa morning and yung time zone ko bilang Vancouver-based, okay pa rin in terms of, gising ako kanina ng 9. Anong oras sa Vancouver? 8 o'clock, pwede na to kasi ganun naman yung oras ng gising ko So, ganun ako mag-approach. Yun yung, I think, parang toughest part.
Yun yung tingin kong it'll be hard for, kung kukumpara natin sa Pilipinas, it'll be hard for them to comprehend. Kasi, isa lang time zone dun
Oh yeah, totoo.
Dito, 6 ang time zone
Yeah.
North America, 6 ang time zone di ba? Kung regional ka, isang bansa pa rin yun, Pwedeng pumunta ka ng PEI. Even ka ng East Coast, dulong-dulo.
Malapit ka na sa Europe dun
Di plus 6 ka na.
Hindi, sa Pinas, even pumunta ka sa Hong Kong or Taiwan,
Japan, ano ba?
Hindi, Japan, I think parang gano'n na ata Pero I mean, like, di ba yung mga Hong Kong, Taiwan, gano'n, ang lalapit parang same pa rin ng oras. Kaya, yun talaga Again, going back to perspective, doon makikita, laki pala ng bansa natin no? Dito sa Canada, mini ko.
33 Philippines can fit here.
Talaga ba?
Yeah.
The more you know, guys.
33
Philippines. Pero ang alam ko, kayang i-fit ang BC ba? Or ang California sa loob ng BC? Parang ganun.
Yeah, yung buong Europe sa loob ng Alberta.
Talaga ba?
Yeah.
Grabe. Laki nga no? We need... Ayun ko pa.
But the problem is not... The whole country is not habitable kasi kaya we don't have the population.
You know about cold.
Diba? Kaya ganun. Pero anyway, yun nga di ba? Isipin mo kung may leg ka, Vancouver, Calgary, Regina, Winnipeg, hanggang makarating ka ng Toronto.
Meron kaming ganun. May pairings kaming ganun. Vancouver, stopover, Regina, Toronto. Pagdating doon, ka pa tapos. Toronto, going to Philly or Washington, D.C.
Anong pinakamarami mong leg sa isang araw?
4.
4 na leg?
Oo. Nung isang araw.
Anong ruta niyo?
Vancouver, Calgary, then balik sa Vancouver, then Vancouver, Edmonton, then Yellowknife. Yeah, puro yung Calgary was about 1.5 hour each legs. Same dito sa Edmonton, tapos 2 hours papuntang Yellowknife. So long day, almost 7 hours of flying. Yun, pagdating sa hotel doon, di ba sinasabi ko sa'yo, sumakit ulo ko nang hingi ako ng Tylenol. Kasi sabi ko, hindi na ako sanay gano'n. Kasi sinasabi ko lang ito sa wife ko na, alam mo, like on paper, pag tingnan mo, 4 na legs, okay lang naman yan. Tapos 1.5 hour each. Parang, madali lang to. Calgary lang. It's not like punta ka ng San Diego or napakalayo na 3 hours. Pero hindi, yung number of times na umakyat ka sa ere, bumababa ka, yung pressure, yung cabin altitude, it adds up Kaya pagdating ko doon, parang ang clog yung dito ko, ang sakit nung dito ko. So anyway, fatigue happens like that.
Saka kung hindi ka like 100%, not necessarily like fit na fit, pero like fit enough.
Yeah. Yun ang mahirap. Kasi for anyone who's watching na hindi ganun ka-open sa aviation, yung cabin altitude ng aeroplano natin is somewhere around 8,000, 6,000, 8,000 feet. So meaning, kung may 6,000 or 8,000 feet na bundok, imaginein mo, ganun kataas ka umakyat in terms of sa cabin.
Ganun yung nararamdaman mo.
Ganun yung nararamdaman mo kung gaano ka konti, ka-thin yung air doon, di ba?
Yeah.
So it adds up to the fatigue. It's not
Who
because...
controls that?
Kami.
Captain lagi o kung sino
Depende sa
nagpapalipad?
SOP. Sa amin, captain yung nag-adjust nung cabin, ano.
Siya lagi?
Oo.
Regardless
Part ng
kung
flow
siya
niya.
yung... Okay.
Yeah. Then we
Regardless
cross-check.
kung siya yung nagpapalipad o hindi. Who decides how high you guys fly? Kasi
Dispatch.
naglalaro ko, dispatch
Oo.
na.
Depende sa winds. They study those things eh. Kasi sa amin,
Upper air, kung sino yung pinaka-favorable.
cost index, narinig mo na ba yan yung cost
Hindi pa.
index? So parang...
Which one will be cheaper?
Parang
Ganon.
in terms of fuel, parang maximum range. Pero with the fuel integrated.
Yeah, saka, I don't know, maybe tailwind kung ano yung height na pinaka
Kahapon may tailwind kami. 100 knots ang tailwind. Oo. Kaya sabi, maaga tayo makarating ng Edmonton.
Maaga ba kayo makakarating ng Edmonton o yung flight plan na binigay sa inyo accounted
Good
for na
question.
yun?
Accounted for. Ang
So
nakalagay
bali wala. Hindi talaga. Kung ano yung makita mo yun talaga yung...
Hindi, may ways around it. Kasi sa sa flight plan, nakalagay kahapon 77 knots. Pero nung nandun na kami sa ere, parang nasa 89. Tapos umabot ng 100 for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, so umaga pa rin kami ng mga 2-3 minutes. Pero nag-cancel out kasi ang approach dito was ILS 30. So, tama ba? 30 ba dito? Oh yeah, 30. So nag-vector pa, parang nag-join pa kami downwind, tapos gumanon pa kami.
Parang nag-circuit kayo.
Hindi sila nagve-vectors dito eh. Parating, fly the star and then parang basically, kinoconnect mo sa aeroplano yung buong downwind turn ng aeroplano. Sa Vancouver kasi, sa Calgary, sa Toronto, bine-vector ka.
Depende kasi sa business ng airport yata.
Totoo.
Dito, pabor sa ATC na just fly the star para hindi na kita bebekto, hindi na kita babantayan. Bahala ka na sa
Sobrang
buhay
tahimik
mo.
dito. You're clear for the approach. SUVAT transition. That's it. Okay. Extra 3-4 minutes pa kami pupunta na malayo pa. Tapos, parang, we could have been vectored. Pero yun yung kasing norm dito eh. Expected yun parati. Yung first time ko dito, hindi ko nga in-expect. Yung akala ko, we're being vectored. Brief ko yung kapitan ko, vectors for the IS. No, we're not getting vectored here. Oh, how do you know? It's just a thing here. Sabi niya, okay, I didn't know that. Yun.
Star pa rin ang
Parating star.
gusto nilang, kasi nga, trabaho ang tamad eh.
Yeah. Pero yung nag-a-add ng mga 3 to 4 minutes yun.
Trabaho tamad. Power trip. Pag-usapan natin power trip kanina. Meron ako hindi nakwento sa'yo. One time, lumipat kami, pauwi na kami. Ang pinakamabilis, dumangan ng terminal eh. Ang pinakamabilis, ang terminal na dadaanan mo, magsisimula siyang 3,400, nasa 4,000 kami. Ang transponder na gamit namin, 1,200 lang. Pinagalitan kami.
Sabi ko na eh.
Sabi sa amin niya, next time you cannot enter Class C airspace without calling ahead for transponder. Talaga? Saan mo kinuha yan? Gusto ko mag-reply, ako nagpapalipad nun. Saan mo kinuha yun?
Pull it out on the air.
Yeah, saan mo kinuha yung
Hindi ko na maalala kung anong mga requirements eh. Sa totoo lang. Kasi sobrang tagal ko na sa VFR world eh.
Kasi Class D, the rules is Class C, you need a Class C transponder. Ang difference ng Class D sa Class C, nagmarunong eh, no? In order for you, before you enter Class D, you need to establish communication.
Oh, okay.
Class C,
that sounds familiar.
Class C, you need permission.
Oh, yeah. Tama. Ano ba yung pinasok ng Class D or?
C.
C, okay.
C, terminal.
Oh, okay.
Kaya nga kami tumatawag sa'yo eh.
Okay. Gets.
Pero ang gusto niya, may transponder kami.
Saan nyo kukunin yung transponder?
Hindi, gusto niya ko tumawag muna kami. Beforehand. Bago ka mag-take off, gusto niya, tumawag ka muna, hingi kang transponder.
Kasi sa amin, kasi sa Vancouver, hindi kami sanay ng nagte-take off ng 1,200 eh. Sobrang crowded ng airspace doon na lahat ng departures namin sa lahat ng airport sa Lower Mainland, parati na kami may transponder code.
Ano kayo, speaking from the airline?
Sorry, from the flight training school.
Flight training.
So, pag take
kailangan
off mo,
may transponder ka.
So, even though nasa underneath ka ng Class C terminal airspace, meron kang squawk code talaga.
May sarili mo.
Alam na yun, understood from all around there, I think.
Sarili mo. Ano oras na, Paps?
Hindi, nagbibip
Kaya
na
pa?
yung phone ko. Oo, 3:30 pa lang.
I mean, it makes sense kasi nga busy.
Yeah.
Isipin mo, Bog, lima kayong 1,200 na lumilipad dyan, malay nung ATC kung sino yung kausap niya.
Alam mo ba, pinakayo akong part sa flight training sa Vancouver, ang practice area lang namin, parang 4 miles by 4 miles lang. Tapos 3 flight school airports.
3 flight school lang naggumagamit.
Hindi 3 flight school 3 airports na puro flight schools ang gumagamit nun. So we have Langley, Pitt Meadows, and Boundary Bay. Pumupunta lahat dun.
It's not the most conducive para sa estudyante.
Ay, hindi. Dude, parang kung may 9 lives ako, kung pusa ako doon, nagamit ko lahat ng 9 lives ko doon. In terms of...
muntik.
Oh, shit.
Muntik.
Oo. Kaya medyo, ako noon paano ba yun? Yung parang madali ako mag-flip noon kasi hindi mo alam kung may babangga ba sa'yo or ano. Kasi pag split second, wala na, di ba? Goodbye world na Yun, doon ako medyo takot.
Dito naman, sa Springbank, di kayo naglaland dun sa Springbank, sa outside Calgary.
Hindi, maliit sa ano yan.
May malaking airport dun Just outside Calgary. Tapos nandun yung Calgary Flying Club.
Oh, yeah. Springbank. Yeah.
Mount Royal nandun din.
Yung ibang mga students ko nag-300 dun from Boundary Bay.
Ang problema dun, pag nag-take off ka, merong internal tower, may external tower.
Normal sa amin yun, sa Boundary Bay. May ganun din kami.
Okay lang yun kung commercial ka, pero kung nyari PPL ka, wala ka pang lisensya.
Overwhelming yun.
Yun.
Overwhelming. Yun nga, pinag-usapan natin yung pagiging overwhelmed, di ba? Sinasabi ko sa'yo, same overwhelmed din kapag any new training na gagawin mo sa airlines. Pag nakasanay ka na, then you settle down. Yeah, tas ngayon yung mga PPC namin kasi every 6 months meron kaming training. Excuse me, training Parang normal event na lang siya sa akin. Hindi na siya ganun ka, oh shoot, PPC ko na naman. Parang ganun. Siyempre may konting parang, on guard ka a little bit kasi you have to study, kailangan mo ipasa. Pero hindi na siya tipong, ngarag ako sa libro, kailangan ko magbasa, ganun. Kasi you're doing it almost on a daily basis yung ginagawa mo. So you settle down, which is nice. So it's not like, di ba sinabi mo sa'yo kanina, ganap ka ng profession na wala nang aral-aral.
Hindi mo na kailangan mag-aral, di ba?
Welcome.
Napaka-opposite nung...
Every 6 months, go back.
Napaka-opposite nung kinapuntahan ko
Ganun talaga. Ganun din akala ko. Normal yun. Akala ko, tapos kung mag-aral ng flight school, okay na to. Wala.
Pero at some point, masasanay ka na and then you start... yung habit, you start to develop habit in terms of parang seeking knowledge or seeking information, parang ganun. Tapos, kasi meron ba sa inyo, na-experience mo na ba yun? Parang, ako pakiramdam ko, kunyari sa trabaho, parang may subtle, it's a calm before a storm lagi na parang, anytime, at any point, pwedeng magkaroon ng quiz bee dito Alam mo yun, na magkakaroon ng quiz bee, parang gano'n.
Sa trabaho mo ngayon?
Pakiramdam ko lang, between pilots na parang biglang magpapalitan kayo ng trivia na parang kailangan, alam mo yun. Kung
parang hindi ka belong, gano'n.
Alam mo yun. Parang it's parang Cold War in terms of parang testing of each other's knowledge. Parang gano'n.
More on parang pataasan ng ihi yata yung gano'n
Ganun din, and I don't know, wala lang, trivia. Kasi nga boring kami pag lumilipad, alam mo yun?
Yeah.
Umabot na kami sa would you rather na tanungan
Hindi, basta bro, like, yung mga experience mo valuable yan. And pag nag-apply ka na sa airlines, gamitin mo lahat ng mga nakikita mo, like share your stories. Kasi yun talaga yung importante, personality, as opposed to yun kasi yung common misconception Basta sabi mo, may ibang mga parang medyo immature pa, mga bata pa nag-a-apply. Parang they think na tamang sagot parati sa interview. Oh, I'm an AV geek. Oh, I adore the 777. Oh, I want, that's my goal. Like, it's not that. Like, it's more of the
what do you
character.
do during your free time? Plane spotting?
Yeah, plane spotting. Oh, what else? Oh, I play flight simulator. Not that it's wrong. It's just sinasabi ko lang sa interview. Like, kailangan nilang makita yung other side of you. The other side of you na hindi aviator masyado, di ba? Kung anong ginagawa mo on your off days, ganun.
How do you handle cockpit conflict?
Oh, that's a good question, bro. As a first officer, siguro,
Lalo na first officer, bago ka, wala ka naman talagang voice pa eh. Di ba? Hindi mo alam kung ano yung pwede mo sabihin.
That's the nice thing about sa aviation because of the accidents that we had decades ago, di ba? Nag-change yung, kumbaga, nag-change yung parang CRM aspect or nagkaroon ng CRM because of it. So, meaning, mas may voice na yung first officers ngayon as opposed to
Heard
5
na siya.
decades.
May bilang.
Yeah. Siguro, I don't know how to... I've never had, hopefully not, no, magkaroon ako ng personal experience.
Never pa so far?
No, never pa. Kasi kapag may mga, siguro may mga kapitan ako na medyo, hindi man strict, pero parang, hindi ko medyo kasundo. Parang, trabaho lang. Okay. Kung anong trabaho ko dito, yun ang gagawin ko. Like, walang personalan. Okay, I'm not gonna take you personally, di ba? You're not gonna go into my head and, make you worry, or make me worry about you. Hindi ako ganun. Like, kung ano kailangan mo, okay, if you want the gear, okay, I'll get you the gear. If everything is within safety, okay, I won't say anything. Kapag you're increasing speed, which you're not supposed to be, then I'll call you out for that. Pero other than that, wala. Kung meron ako nakalipad, hindi talaga kami nagkwentuhan for a flight.
Really?
3 hours, so bro. Walang, nothing. So sabi ko, okay.
Kasi hindi siya nagsasalita o kasi naramdaman mong bad trip siya?
Both, ganun. Ganun talaga. It happens, parang di kayo,
Did you try sa simula? Like,
bro, I tried. Parang,
Cap, good morning.
Ganun. Sa gate, ganun. Try to open up, parang cold shoulder. Okay, sa cockpit. Pag sa cockpit kasi, busy ka na eh. Like, sa preparation. So, happy ako kasi may ginagawa ako busy. Hindi ko kailangan siya kausapin. Papakita ko lang yung mga lumalabas kung needed within my scope of work. Pero talagang even pagdating sa cruise, tinry ko ulit. Pagtahimik na, awkward na mga crickets na wala nang nagsasalita. Walang ginawa ko lang noon, time na yun, go-open ako nung iPad ko, garal lang ako. Sige, okay, I'm just gonna... Di ko na nga sinabi sa kanya, I'm gonna study. Nagbukas na ako libro. Kasi we can do that eh. Like, we can just manage the aircraft. Ang ginagawa lang naman namin sa cruise, check mo yung time, sa waypoint, yung fuel mo, and then yung remaining distance, ganun.
Nakalagay naman yun dun
sa OFP namin, sa flight plan. Then yun lang. Like, literally 5 seconds lang every waypoint. So, aral lang ako ulit. Then manage ng power. Aral ulit, manage power, ganun.
When you say manage power,
kailangan mo lang may speed bug eh. So, meron kaming mini-maintain na speed. Parang sa Cessna lang.
nawawala siya sa speed bug?
Minsan, no? Kasi pag may mga turbulence, ganun.
Okay.
Tapos minsan makikita mo, nagdi-decrease. Add ka na konti power. Parang may instinct na eh. Made-develop mo. Turbulence, okay, gumalaw. Tingnan mo yung speed mo. Stable, okay. Tapos minsan kapag may nagsasabi sa'yo na parang, hindi ka pa tumitingin sa speed mo ulit. Tingnan mo ulit. Tumataas. Bawasan mo konti. Wala kasi kaming auto-thrust. Kung may auto-thrust, iwan mo lang doon. Yun lang yung isa sa...
Hanggang mag-landing ka na, no?
Oo.
Sa auto-thrust.
Doon mo na lang bababa.
Doon mo na lang i-idle reverse yun eh, pag nakaland ka na eh.
Pero siguro, ang biggest point na sasabihin ko sa podcast ngayon, naalala ko lang, kasi nung estudyante ako noon, namimili ako ng instructors.
Ako din.
Gusto ko yung ka-vibe ko.
I think it's very important.
Very fair, di ba? Ayoko dun sa... Ay, stricto to eh. Hindi ako matututunan.
It's not about the strictness. It's about yung conduciveness.
Yeah.
Mahirap matuto kung bad trip.
Totoo.
Kunyari, pupunta ka pa lang ng school, may isip mo, ito na naman makikita sa animal na to.
Pero, na-realize ko bigla sa airlines, you can't really do that eh. Kasi
sa airlines, hindi. Kasi trabaho mo yun. Pero sa flight school, ako nagbabayad eh.
Yun naman kaiba. Kaya sabi ko, grabe, no? Nagbago yung mentality ko nun. Like, even though alam ko ako nagbabayad nun, I have the right to choose my instructors. Ngayon, baliktad na ako na binabayaran to do the work. Pero this is where becoming professional really settles in eh. Parang, it's beyond that. It's beyond your personal opinion. It's beyond yung kung anong personal meron kayo. You just have to come to work and perform professionally. Yun lang.
Yeah.
Keep your head down. Just go to work.
Call of Duty.
Yeah, yun lang. I think the older me would have been, bakit ganun? Ayoko nung ganun. Takot ako sa ganun. Pero it's, as time grows, it's
better, dyan yung ignorance is bliss eh, no?
Yeah.
Kasi hindi mo alam.
Yeah.
Kaya,
I think,
you're not worrying about it kasi hindi mo alam until you're there.
That's true. And I think you become more mature. I think anyone does. Nagmamature sila throughout time. And I hope yun yung mga future generation of who wants to become a pilot. Not only dito sa Canada, but kasi sila yung next generation eh.
Is it still worth it to start
pilot?
ngayon?
I think if your head is in the right place and if you have the desire for it and your heart is in the right place, I think it's worth it. Like siguro sa cost ngayon mas mataas na, but just like any passion, if you really want it, you have to want it. I was just talking to a captain na sinabi niya, obviously may kapitan siya, niyapat siyang anak, gusto niya ba maging piloto? Sabi niya gusto. Obviously in English siya, di ba? Sabi niya gusto na, okay, I'll pay for the first lesson and then you pay for the second. And then after that, I'll loan you the money and you can pay me back. Parang ganun, kasi puting culture eh. First lesson, okay, yeah, I'm the shit. My dad's a captain, ganun, blah, blah, blah. Second lesson, ayaw nilang bayaran. Sabi niya, ang lesson ko para sa kanila doon, if you really want it, you're gonna find a way to pay for that second lesson and prove to me na gusto mo talaga yung flying and you're worthy of my money, my loan, yung tulong na ibibigay ko sa'yo to finish your licenses. Sabi niya, sa 4 daw niyang anak, never silang dumating sa second lesson kasi ayaw nilang bayaran yung flight training cost of that second lesson.
What would they rather do?
Yung dad yung magpe-pay. Sabi niya,
but I mean, if you're not gonna pursue aviation, what would you rather do? Baka may iba silang gusto.
Baka may ibang gusto. Yun yung sinasabi niya. That's the whole point. Sabi niya, they don't really, in order for you to get into aviation, become a pilot, you really need to want it. It's not because, it's a status quo. It's not because, people are doing it. You really need to want it. Parang ganun.
Since sinabi mo yung status quo, how would you say this the difference between the status quo of a pilot in the Philippines versus being a pilot here in Canada?
Iba, bro. I'll look you guys in the eyes. Iba dito. People, you know what? It's
in what way? Iba in what way?
Doon kasi mataas talagang tingin eh.
Kaya gusto ko umuwi eh.
Oh, di ba? Like you're walking over, captain, ganun, di ba? Cap, ganun. Like, not that I want it or not that I need it personally. Pero dito kasi, the people tend to, hindi naman look down or hirap magsalita, pero parang ganun yung nararamdaman ko. It's not as
talaga
looked up upon.
You feel like people are looking down? Or not appreciating?
Yun siguro.
Much.
Yeah, much not appreciated.
As much.
Yeah. Kasi doon sa Pilipinas, 'di ba, parang doon kasi more of a status eh. I don't really know if they're appreciating.
Kahit hindi ganun kalaki sahod mo.
Oo, 'di ba? Like you're piloto eh, 'di ba? Ganon. Kasi ganun yung culture doon eh. Dito kasi parang dito tsaka ko lang nararamdaman yung appreciation kapag may mga bata na pumupunta sa flight deck.
Yeah.
Parang, do you want to become a pilot too? Sabi niya, yes, okay. What have you been watching or doing? Anong alam mo sa flying? Oh, you know these pedals? Ganon. So, alam nila, dun ako natutuwa. That's more than enough for me to know na, I'm trying to spark yung yung interest niya.
Ignite the interest towards aviation.
Yeah. May iba pa nga nagtitip sa amin eh.
Tip?
Good job. Twice na.
Ito 20.
May nagbigay ng, not tip in terms of like monetary, pero nagbibigay
gift card ng Tim Hortons, mga ganun.
Gift card ng Starbucks, ganun. Gift card ng, ano ba pang binigay? But may pa eh. Shoot, ano pa ba? May mga chocolates pa, gano'n. Tapos may mga letters pa. Thank you for being, thank you for your sacrifices today. We know you're away from your family. We appreciate. Gano'n. Like, mostly Americans.
Talaga?
Yeah, mostly American.
Parang sundalo, thank you for your service.
Ganun. Yes, sir. Hindi, doon ko na-appreciate yung ibang Americans. Parang, sa Canadians wala masyado. Kaya ako nasabing ganun.
Higipit eh.
Yun na nga. Pero mas appreciative sila of our line of work compared dito sa Canada and compared sa, Philippines or Canada compared to Philippines.
What would you say is the most untalked about part of the life of being a pilot, of an airline pilot?
Siguro
kasi may nakita akong post nun na parang sabi niya, people are not talking about like you need to be a people person kasi you're always on the road, you're always away, you're always by yourself.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Alam mo yun?
Yeah.
Kasi kung introvert ka, tapos ka.
Alam mo, even for myself, I think si Sina Clement, I think they can relate. Si Mark Dizon na lang naalala ko sa previous job namin sa Winnipeg. Hindi kami makarelate sa mga jokes ng puti. Like, katatlo kami Pilipino, nandun lang kami sa sopa. Sa lounge. Titingin na lang kami. Alam mo yun, like, iba kasi yung jokes nila, yung culture nila sa atin. So, I think, if you're an introvert or if you someone mahirap ka makipag-converse and really relate, minsan na nangyayari sa akin, alam mo ba, every work ko, may awkwardness. Tuwing may kausap ko yung kapitan ko, yung mga joke ako minsan hindi nagigets. Parang inisip ko, ano ba reaction ko dito? Tatawa ba ako? Or like, what am I supposed to say? Tapos minsan sasabihin ko,
lalo na kung hindi mo nakakatawa dun.
Yeah, parang, that's not my kind of humor. So, like, what reaction would you want? Pero ganun kasi sila ka straightforward. They're not afraid to express their feelings, di ba? Tapos parang ikaw na lang may hiya. What does that mean? Gano'n ka, parang, okay, crickets, awkward, ganun. Pero at the end of the day, I think yun yung kailangan kong i-work myself.
You think so? You think that it's something that you need to work on?
I think so. Kasi you need to be, like you said nga, parang a people's person. Not in terms of the context na parang, I'm this extrovert. Hey, kamusta lahat? Like, it's more for the one crew concept ng team mo eh. Kasi everyone needs to be in the same page. Paano kung, diba, if there's an accident, o at least, meron kayong certain understanding, certain level of understanding sa isa't isa na may common ground na agad. Wala nang awkwardness or wala nang barrier. Kaya, I think, the communication part of that is important.
Very important, think ko.
Yeah.
Yung kaya kailangan maging, or like how many pilots are introvert?
Dami, bro. I used to be an introvert.
Talaga?
Yeah. Dito lang ako naging extrovert mula nung I started working.
Was it a deliberate decision like malito, hindi to pwede? This is not sustainable, I need to change this.
Hindi. I think it's more on a product of being exposed sa culture ng Canada.
Okay.
Nakikipag-interact ako sa all walks of life, sa bilang nagtatrabaho sa crew sa sa fast food chain. Tapos I worked as sa stadium din. So mga concerts. So yun, parang wala, na-expose lang ako. So I started people change siguro. So
hindi mo namamalayan.
Hindi ko namalayan, parang extrovert na pala ako. Parang gano'n, nagulat na lang ako.
Okay na ako kahit maraming tao.
Pero obviously, may sinasabi sila, you're an introverted extrovert, parang ganun.
Like an outgoing introvert, parang ganun.
Parang ganun, So, I think ganun, may mga times na gusto kong, andito lang ako, ayoko magpag-interact ngayon, wala akong gustong pag-usapan. Parang ganun.
Yeah, true. Like, or an extrovert na ayaw mo lang lumabas. Pero if you find yourself in a situation na maraming tao, hindi ka nagpapanik.
Yeah, that's true.
You're able to mingle with people.
Yeah, that's true. I think that's the most important learning over the last 10 years sa buhay ko.
What do you think is the personality that people need to have in order to, I don't know, succeed or thrive
sa airlines?
Sa airline. Tingin mo. Kung hindi pa sila ganun, what do you think is the
siguro, I would say, yung having an open mindset on everything.
When you say open mind, what do you mean?
Kasi, I think people get so offended easily these days eh.
Oh, okay.
So, like I was telling you earlier, sa sim, diba, some instructors would tend to yell at you. And you bilang the new guy, parang isipin mo, shoot, sinisigawan niya ako. Na-offend na ako, ganun. But no, don't
take it personally.
Yeah, don't take it personally. Wag mo isipin agad na that's the case. Kasi he's coming from a place of heart. Like, meron siyang care for you.
Yeah.
So he's doing it out of his care, out of his desire for you to get better. Yeah, that's true. So, I'm not saying na, don't be sensitive about anything when you come here. Be sensitive but also have an open mind. Kasi you'll learn a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yun yung important attitude, I feel.
And approach it in a way na parang pumapasok ng military siguro.
Yeah, I think that's a good analogy.
Di ba?
Kasi, kasi di ba
pag kunyari, di ba nakikita mo yung mga video, yung pagpasok nyo pa lang, pagbaba nyo ng bus, baba nyo yung gamit nyo, tapos sisigawan ka na nila.
Yeah.
Pero, hindi ka na-offend.
Yeah.
Because that's something you already
Expected. Yeah. Kaya
diba?
you have to manage your expectations. Hindi pwedeng, I'm here.
Expect the worst.
I'm an airline pilot. You know, I built myself here. Hindi, like, they will humble you first before you get to that, to get to that place. And when you get to that place, someone with the higher ups will humble you even more.
Yeah.
So don't forget where you came from. I think that's the most important lesson.
Yeah, I think so. Kaya that's very crucial. Kaya I don't think it's a good idea. Ang problema is young people from high school, flight school, biglang airline, ma-expose na sila kagad yun. Napapansin ko yun kasi dito sa trabaho namin, maraming 20-year-old. They don't have life experiences.
Yeah.
Alam mo yung sabi ni Mike Tyson, like, people, nowadays kids are talking like uncontrollably, like as if they're top. Palibasa, di pa sila nasasapak sa mukha eh.
Yeah, wala pang life beating eh, no? Kasi
they're too confident eh.
Yeah. Mahirap yun kasi pag ganun yung approach mo sa buhay, you're flying way too high. Ang bagsak mo, sobrang taas din eh. Yun yung, doon ako natatakot eh.
Nasa Bible yun eh, di ba?
Oo. He'll humble you.
He who exalt himself will be humbled, and he who humble himself will be exalted.
Oh, grabe. Lalim. Anong verse yun?
Hindi ko alam.
Pero
hindi ko lang kay Manny Pacquiao yun eh.
Talaga ba?
Kinuquote niya, nakalimutan ko kung anong Bible version, pero yun yung sabi dun sa Bible verse na yun.
Hindi, kasi pag si Lord ang nag-humble, doon ako takot. Kasi He can take away anything that you worked hard for.
Saka sabi nga sa'yo, di ba, there's nothing a person can do even if with malice, if you're humble. Eh.
That's true. Yeah.
If you see things from a learner's, a student's perspective, that you're there to learn, you're not there to preach.
Yeah.
Or you're not expected to know everything.
Yeah.
Diba? Kasi palibasa, pakiramdam mo, alam mo na, pag sinigawan ka, na-offend ka.
Oh, yeah. True. Yeah, even yung example na lang sa line check ko eh. Kasi, I've been flying, yung kapitan ko, I've been flying this plane for 35 years, di ba? Although hindi niya sinasabi, at hindi rin naman niya pinaparamdam, ako, I've been flying this plane for 2 years, and line check mo ako. I developed some habits din eh, na medyo siguro outside of SOPs. Ngayon, obviously, he's there to do his job, to check you. Sabihin niya, medyo mali tayo dyan, kailangan mong gawin to this way, sabi niya. Obviously, you have to say, yes, sorry, that was my bad. I'll do that from now on. Even yung 35-year captain na kalipad ko nun, it was the same thing. So, it's not, the approach doesn't change what I'm trying to say, even 35 years later. Kasi it's still a professional job. You can't say, no, I've been flying this for 35 years. I know my shit. You've only been here for what? 10 years, di ba?
Yeah.
So, I know this plane better. No, it's not like that. So, yun yung, like you said, parang life challenges na dadating pa sa mga sinasabi mga bata. Which I think I was naive back then when I was younger.
Talaga?
Yeah, I think so.
Until when?
I think when I started working for my
After
for my
instructing
own. No, this was before. This was during my flight training. Siguro that's the transition point sa akin nung nagpa-flight training ako. Parang I'm learning more about life, learning more about myself, how to manage money and stuff like that. Na you have to earn it. It will not be given. Even though my family was helping me with sa training, I owe it to them eh. Kaya kailangan kong mag-work hard sa education kasi yung pangarap ko, they're giving it to me through financial means.
You're talking about parents.
Yeah,
parents.
my parents. So, kaya...
Edi ngayon, pa-travel na lang ba parents mo kasi mas mura na yung ticket ngayon.
Mas mura. Yung dad ko medyo takot mag-travel ng standby kasi sabi niya, mababump off ako, hindi ko alam kung paano, ganun. Kasi takot siya sa mga loads. Yung mom ko naman, sanay. Kaya, punta ako dito, sige, punta ako doon. Punta siya ng terrace, punta siya ng
What's the process? Pag sa mga ticket na gano'n. Kasi nga gano'n eh. May mga nagsasabi sa pag nasa airline ka na, ito, para libre. Ang perception nga nila, hindi libre ang ticket. Magkano pa rin ang babayaran? Let's say.
May konting service fee of like, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say this, pero nasa Mura lang talaga. It's like you're buying like a meal. Parang ganun sa labas.
Minimal.
Very minimal. Pero yung taxes yung medyo mataas. But it's the same taxes you're paying for the airfare.
Yeah.
So, yun lang yung binabayaran. Like, konting service fee and then yung ano. Obviously, that's a benefit of working for the airline. Pero iba-iba.
What's the extension? Lalo na ikaw, pamilyado ka na eh. So that's your immediate family.
Yung brother ko ang na-sacrifice. Kasi may spouse na ako tsaka anak. So, sa kanila napunta yung parang number
Dependent.
1 benefit. Tapos, kasi yung brother ko, kung wala akong spouse or anak, siya yung magiging travel partner ko. Parang siya yung under the spouse. So, pwede siya mag-travel mag-isa. Pero dahil may spouse na ako, sa kanya.
Pero parents pasok pa rin.
Pasok pa rin. Actually, meron pa rin siyang benefit yung brother ko, 25% off. May mga ganon sila.
Okay pa rin.
Tsaka pwede pa rin siya mag-travel kasama ko ng discounted. Yung kung magkano lang
Basta nandun ka. Basta kasama ka.
Yun yung travel, body pass yata tinatawag. Parang gano'n.
Friends. Hindi extended sa friends.
Pwede rin, actually.
Kailangan kasama ka.
Kailangan kasama ako.
Kailan tayo alis?
Tara na, patayin na natin to. Sama ka na sa Yellowknife.
Ganun.
Ganun.
Ang ayos din no? Na kasama pati tropa.
Ganun.
May limit?
Parang 10 a year yata.
10 a year lang. Kala ko 10 per flight eh. Pucha, punta kayo ng Mexico.
Maganda nga yun actually. Maraming gumagawa. Kasi ang problema, yung loads nga. Kaya parang kita mo, shoot, puno. Babump off ako. Saan ako pupunta, di ba?
Saka mas marami kayo, mas malaki yung chance na may mababump off sa
totoo,
inyo.
yun. Kaya minsan pag gusto namin umalis,
less is more.
pag gusto namin umalis, parang, sige, alis tayo. Pero we're also creating our own problem. 6 na tayo. Wala tayo makakasakay kung 6 tayo. Ganun. So yeah, yun yung kind of downside lang. Pero there's ways around it. Parang, when you get here, makikita mo.
Pero okay pa rin. I mean, there are flights na alam mong hindi naman napupuno.
Yun na nga. May mga rescue flights or mga misconnections. Marami tayong mga Filipino, mga kababayan kung galing sa Regina, Winnipeg, delayed yung flight. Hindi na makakasakay ng Palpa, Manila. Doon kami papasok.
Talaga?
Doon. Kaya nung umuwi kami Manila, gamit din namin yung benefits namin.
Anong airline ng sinakay?
PAL kayo, no? May mga
pero
agreements.
Pasok siya?
Not all the airlines, pero PAL meron. So,
parang may mutual agreement.
Parang gano'n. Yeah.
Speaking of PAL, how will PAL respond to that thing na mag-i-extend ang Air Canada to the Philippines?
I don't know, bro.
Ayaw nila yun.
Kasi ginawa na nga sa Amerika di ba?
United at saka Delta, di ba?
I think
United pa lang.
I think it's good. Competition is good eh. Kasi
yeah, it's good for the market,
the
consumers, but not for the monopolized.
I think it's good for PAL.
How?
Kasi mag-step up sila eh. They'll order more planes. They have to improve their service. Or if they just want to give up their market completely, okay lang din sa kanila. Kasi, di ba, like, matatalo sila either way eh. So they have to improve. Parang nangyayari yan sa Air Canada. Yung porter, nagbigay na ng free wifi, nagbigay ng free wine. Ngayon, biglang yung Air Canada, meron na rin silang free wine. Free na yung wine, dati may charge.
Talaga?
So ang susunod siguro, magkaroon ng free wifi.
Dapat naman talaga free yung wifi. It's a fixed cost. Hindi
kaya nga eh. So,
bandwidth base yun. Lalo na may Starlink na sa...
di ba? Yung improve na yung technology. Kaya I think competition is good. I'm more excited actually to see that kind of competition for PAL.
Tsaka kasi increase na yung capacity ng Manila because of the Bulacan Airport eh.
I think that
pag natapos na, hindi pa siya gawa.
Yeah, excited din ako dun. Kasi
But I mean, that's San Miguel, and San Miguel is the one handling yung NAIA na ngayon eh.
Oo nga, di ba? Weird nga nun eh, nakita ko nga yun eh. Akala ko sila lang nag-handle ng bagong airport. Tinurn over pala sa kanila yung NAIA, no?
The whole operation.
Oo.
Which is good.
Nagmahal nga daw yung parking.
Nakita ko nga parking na dating 300 overnight. 1-2.
Nakita ko rin yan eh. Daming ko complain ng mga piloto.
1-2. Pero, in fairness, to the representative, ito na, napunta na tayo sa Pilipinas. Pero pinanood ko kasi yung interview, it's actually their intention to discourage people for parking there overnight.
Talaga?
Kasi nga mukha naman talagang busy pag nandyan lahat ng iniwan ng mga piloto dyan lahat.
Totoo.
Ang
Kaya nga kami, may designated crew park kami sa mga airports. You don't see us sa regular parking spots. Actually, medyo away nga kami. Nagsha-shuttle pa kami, ganun. normal yun dito sa
Kasi we have the
Canada.
space.
Totoo. Doon kasi sa Pilipinas,
Wala. Sa mo nalalagay doon.
Eh. Parang sardinas na.
Yun yung paliwanag nila eh. It's their way of discouraging people to park there.
That's good,
Ang problema lang kasi, syempre, nakasanayan mo na for the longest time eh.
Tsaka mauuna yung mag-post talaga sa social media yung mga tao eh. Yung makikita mo agad yung emotion agad ng tao.
Yeah, pero yun ang problema. They don't see it from a bigger strategic
standpoint, no?
Perspective eh. Diba?
Yeah, it's always the consumer.
Inconvenience. It's not a question na kung inconvenient ba siya or yeah, of course it's inconvenient.
Nagtataka lang ako, hindi ba sila nagpa-park sa headquarters nila? Kung kunwari Sebpak. Di ba?
Maliit lang ang parking ng Sebpak eh.
Ayun nga.
Di ba ang headquarters nila nandyan sa may Terminal 4, Terminal...
doon sa area, Salem ba yun? Sa Salem Road, yeah. Hindi ko, parang you would think, no, they should have foreseen this coming. No. Pero hindi kasi ganoon ang mga Pilipino.
Hindi kasi 'di ba may master plan ang Metro Manila na hindi naman na implement because of the influence of the rich people eh. Yang for example, yung Dasmariñas na nasa Makati, yan sa may Magallanes, yung subdivision ng mga mayayaman, wala naman talaga dapat yan diyan eh. Pero
nandun sila ngayon.
Pero subdivision siya, 'di ba?
Liit lang ng Manila.
Sobrang liit ng Manila. Like Winnipeg. Buong Metro Manila na yan. Tapos you can reach from end to end ng Winnipeg ng what? 30 minutes. Diba, sa amin, Novaliches to Novaliches, 2 hours eh.
Nagpunta ako sa di ba nakatira kami sa Sturgeon Creek sa Winnipeg. Sa dulo yon. Punta kami sa kabilang dulo. Tama, mga 30-35 minutes lang. Saglit lang. Hindi pa naman highway yun masyado lahat.
Mabagal, pa yun? Mababa pa speed limit.
Totoo.
Kung nandito ka sa Edmonton, sa perimeter ka dumaan, 100 ng 110, hindi ka pa rin huhulihin.
Oo nga.
That's the big difference din. And lately, na-realize ko, yung nga yung kinikwento ko sa'yo kanina, yung path ko, my path, yung sa aviation journey.
Yeah.
Parang hindi siya, I don't know, maybe I'm just assuming na hindi siya a normal path kung kukumpara mo sa Pilipinas. Sa Pilipinas kasi very tribal eh. Parang po siya kung omni ka na forever eh.
Tsaka very doon, methodical, may... Yeah, tama nga, very tribal din. Dito kasi parang
bala sa buhay mo, free for all.
At your own eh. Sa ako rin eh. Actually, ganun din ako nag-training. Nag-start ako sa isang flying school. First solo ako, nag-cross country. Lumipat ako sa kabila. Doon ko tinapos lahat. At my own pace, nag-aral lang ako nung before, kapag may time ako, ganun. Like, hindi siya complete. Di ba sabi mo sa'yo, it took you 4 years to finish yung IFR aspect.
Kasi maraming involved eh. Pera,
yeah, yun. Ganun din ako nun. Yeah. Kaya, kung sa Pilipinas yun, no, parang unheard of na ganun, no? Kaya, yun yung mga things na minsan, pag bored din ako sa cruise, nag-iisip ako.
Muni-muni ka.
Minsan makikita mo si Northern Lights. Tapos, isipin mo, minsan sa Pilipinas, ganun. Kasi nagpunta rin ako ng Plaridel eh. Tapos nag-inquire din ako doon. Tapos alam mo yung very...
Leia ba ang Plaridel? Anong school?
Hindi, anong pangalan nun? Flightline yata.
Top Flight?
Hindi ko. Parang Flightline. Parang ganun. Or Masters, parang ganun. So anyway, papunta mo parang very, may admin sila, pasok ko sa office. School talaga eh, no? Parang akala mo...
Saka naka-uniforme sila. Pag estudyante ka, kailangan nakapang piloto.
Yeah. Not that it's bad, pero ang sinasabi ko lang, na-shock lang talaga ako na, kasi nakagisnan ko na dito at the time. Tapos, ganun pa ako mag-aral. Like sa kanila, may pasok silang ganito, may klase, tapos kailangan may quiz. Ako wala akong maalala quiz.
Wala akong quiz, walang quiz.
Type exam lang sa amin eh.
Tingin ko yung form, in all fairness, that kind of form of teaching is it's not the most conducive.
Yeah.
Yung classroom, ang problema dun sa classroom na ginagawa nila, pag may mabagal kang kaklase,
hindi nakakakatsa.
Hindi tayo mag-a-advance kasi hindi nakakahabol to eh.
That's true. Ganun. Yun yung na-appreciate ko dito.
Yeah, kasi self-paced eh, di ba?
Self-paced. Totoo lang.
Ang disadvantage na wala kang kaklase.
Yeah. Tsaka you try to compare yourself with your peers. Parang, ba't naka-advance na siya ng ganun? Anong ginawa kong mali? Tapos may isip, hindi nga pala, self-paced nga pala to. Ganun.
Yeah.
But yun lang, parang may lang na at the back of your mind, growing up from the Philippines, diba? Parating may competition, sinong top 10 nyo sa classroom, diba? Sinong star cream section, ganun. So that competitive nature was instilled early on sa atin as Filipinos. I think yun yung good thing and also a negative thing na pag lumipat tayo sa abroad, may tendency tayong ganun. Kaya ba't sinasabi nga nila yung crab mentality? Sa Winnipeg, binigyan kami ng ng mga warnings ng mga nakakausap namin Pilipino. Sinasabi nila, mag-ingat kayo sa mga kinakaibigan niyo Pilipino dito, ganun. Alam mo ba, nagulat kami ng asawa ko nun. Gulat kami sa...
Experience mo naman?
Hindi naman, to be fair, hindi naman. So, kaya I can speak, na sobrang na-enjoy ko yung time ko sa Winnipeg noon. Kasi very laid back, very, parang sa amin, very private kami, ganun. Parang alam mo yung may privacy ka lang. Kasi sa amin, parang, may tao na dyan, sa Vancouver.
Yeah.
Doon sa Winnipeg, parang, you have a lot of space to yourself. Parang ganun yung dating sa akin. Anyway, yun lang. Not to go, of course.
Crab mentality. Yeah, I would say so.
Nagsisiraan daw sabi.
Pero what people don't understand, it's evident to, it's not limited to Filipino.
Totoo.
Kahit ibang lahi.
From the Spaniards
Kahit ibang lahi sa mga itim, nakikita
ganun din. Oh, interesting I think it's human nature no more
it's part of human nature. Yeah. Meron kasi tayong tendency na sa Pilipino lahat inangkin Inaangkin.
Totoo.
Mentality, inaangkin. Pati nga yung pag-inom yung sabi mo, iihi ka lang, tapos uuwi ka na pala.
Anong take mo sa inaangkin din natin yung yung Pinoy step daw sa NBA. May mga nagpo-post na
yung slow motion.
Yung parang fake ka.
Tapos
biglang,
nakaiwan yung isang paa mo.
Parang Euro step yun na advance. Kasi may Euro step parang side step. Side step lang talaga yun Tapos naging Euro step daw. Kasi si Manu Ginobili. Tapos ngayon, Pinoy step na daw. Kaya ngayon, tawag na ng Pinoy step. Kaya going back to your point na sinasabi mo, lahat inaangkin. I'm not saying na hindi naman sa atin yun or baka sa atin talaga yun. Pero we tend to magnify things that way.
I think it's a product of ignorance.
Interesting.
If you're only exposed to your culture, if you're only exposed to your people, it's easy for you to assume that it's sa only dito lang.
Yeah.
Siyempre, ililabel mo, lalagyan mo ng pangalan
Yeah, makes
diba?
Makes sense.
Before you know it, putya, nangyayari rin pala siya sa ibang lugar.
Yeah.
Diba?
Pero actually, Pinoy step na yan. Ginagamit ko yan sa mga moves. Effective yan.
Effective ba? Yung super slow mo ba yun? Yung super slow mo ba yan?
Si Kiefer Ravena. Yung biglang, kala mo lilayap na sa 1 foot, pero may second step pa, tapos biglang lilayap. Sobrang Actually,
kala mo ililayap niya na ng counter tempo, yung paa mo, saka yung magkaiba.
Si Kiefer kalaro ko dati.
Talaga? Sabi sa'yo, dapat tinuloy mo yung basketball career mo.
Wala baka shoutout pala kay Abram Razon. Nakakausap mo ba siya, si Abram? Sa Winnipeg
dati, nakausap mo siya Hindi siya sa Winnipeg, sa labas Steinbach.
Sa Steinbach pala. Big mga basketball fan din yan.
May sarili siyang liga. Inverted. Nagpalipad siya.
Ng mga aerobatics yata.
Aerobatics sila
So anyways, yun. Ewan ko. Kalaro ko siya dati.
Dumadakdak, nakita mo ba?
12 years old, nakita ko in person, dumadakdak siya nun. Kasing edad ko siya.
Matindi din. Nakita kayo doon sa nung kayo sa Winnipeg?
Hindi actually. Puro si Mark ang nakita ko doon tsaka si Clyde.
Kasi magkatrabaho kayo.
Puro sila. Si Blake, si Clyde, si Mark, si Clement.
Ayun, speaking of, yung nga yung sinabi ko sa'yo kanina, it's a product of realization ko lately nga, na, putya, naisip ko, sabi, aviation, being a pilot, is one of those limited jobs where the new employees will not be working together.
Oo, totoo.
Alam mo yun, ito pagkatapos na itong ground school na to, hindi na tayo magkikita, hindi na tayo magkakatrabaho
May group chat kami may group chat kami. 6 kaming pilot dito sa airplane namin. Siguro, nakita ko lang, over the course ng ground school, kita ko sila everyday. Kundi everyday, almost everyday nakikita ko sila. Same partner ko, obviously everyday. After nun, siguro mga once or twice ko na lang sila nakita.
Yeah.
In passing lang, uy, kamusta? Ganun. Pero kausap ko sila sa group chat. Kaya inisip ko minsan, kaibigan ko pa ba to? Hindi ko na nakikita, kausap ko na lang sa phone. Pero yun. Yeah, yun yung weird aspect.
And because of technology nowadays, it's a form of kung may ano kayo, kung may group chat kayo or you follow each other on social media, then you develop what's called parasocial relationship.
Yeah, that's true. That's
diba?
true.
Kasi lahat ng nakikita mo sa social media ngayon, para silang celebrity. Kahit hindi celebrity, parang celebrity yun, na sinusubaybayan mo, na nakikita mo. Especially kung napaka-active nila sa social media. So, alam mo lahat na nangyayari sa buhay nila.
Parang maski na wala silang sabihin, di ba nasa Calgary ka lang?
Kamusta mo, no? Ba't alam mo? Kasi pinost mo, sirap na ulo mo.
Iba na yung mundo, no? Ganun na talaga, no?
That's how different the world
wala nang authentic, hey, how's it going, you know?
Script na lang yun, lip service na lang talaga, parang ano ba yun? Parang thank you for calling.
Pang ano na lang yung icebreaker na, oh yeah, I know what you were doing last weekend, you were at your hockey game, di ba? It's iba na yung mundo ngayon. Technology.
Pero tingin ko, iba lang yun sa mga taong katulad natin na naka-experience ng mundong walang social media eh.
Totoo. Kasi nag-start tayo, naglalaro tayo sa labas eh, di ba?
Minsan kayo, ni-imagine ko, kung walang internet ngayon, ano ba ginagawa ko dati?
Uy, alam mo ba, pag umuwi kami dati ng probinsya, sobrang excited namin, kami magkapatid nun, kasi makakalaro namin mga pinsan namin, gano'n. Buong araw kami naglalaro lang sa labas. Alam mo, magpapastop lang sa amin, init ng araw, katirika ng araw. Magnanap lang kami nun, siesta. Tapos, tataguan, alam mo, mapasintero, ganun. Kakamiss yung mga panahon ganun. Yun lang, naalala ko lang.
May gate kami. Yung lolo ko, kailangan nyo muna matulog, tanghali, ganun. Ilalak niya yun. Inaakit namin yung gate.
Para maglaro kayo.
Para makalabas. May ano yun, yung may tusok-tusok na gano'n.
Ganun.
Sabi sa amin, natatanda ko, sabi ng lolo ko, tinuturuan nyo yung magnanakaw paano pumasok dito eh.
Naalala ko mga bangsak, tago-taguan.
Nangit lupa. Patintero, tumbang preso, mga gano'n.
Sarap ng panahon na gano'n. Tapos yung simoy ng hangin sa probinsya, no?
Malalim yung simoy ng hangin sa probinsya. Masarap naman ang hangin dito, ayaw mo ba?
May puti dyan eh, yung mga snow. Pareho lang naman puti ng white sand beach, di ba? Parehong puti lang.
Pareho.
Magkaibang temperature lang.
Mas malamig lang konti.
Naku, naubos bro.
Oo nga, no, naubos na. Pero continue tayo dito sa recording natin sa lapid. Pero I think we can call it off. We can end it here. Thank you, Paps.
Salamat.
Thank you, Paps.
Uulitin. Dito ako 3 times this month.
Tour guide.
Times nga eh.
Tour guide.
Yeah. Baka sabi ko kay JP kung kaya niyang
okay na tayo.
Kaya nga eh. Meron pa sila Princess. Kilala mo ba sila Princess?
Hindi.
Ano rin siya, pilot din siya dito pero nag-CCPL pa lang ata. So,
nandun ba siya sa group?
nasa group siya. Minessage nga niya ako kung kailan ako nandito. So, yun.
Ayos. Okay.
Sige.
Thank you, sir.
Sarap ng kwentuhan.
Uulitin natin to.
Naubos na yung film.
Naubos yung film ko eh. 36 rolls lang kasi yan eh. 36
Ilang minutes ba yun?
Malagpas 1 oras yan siguro. Alright.
Alas 4 pala.
Let's go.
Ubos din boses ko.